Hello. Are you tired or bored or maybe a bit sad? Have you seen Order of Magnitude's rebuttal to Huff Paranormal and Josh from Hope Paranormal's Damage Control non-live stream but looks like a live stream where they, try and answer all the issues and then completely contradict themselves? Well, Order of Magnitude did a 3-part document. Well, we'll call it a documentary. It's not really a documentary, is it? It's very amateur. It's very YouTube. And enjoy that, because YouTube's trying to get rid of that kind of domestic kind of thing. So enjoy it while it lasts. Probably a reason why I'm doing this. Well, it was over 3 hours worth, 3 separate videos. Well, here, what I'm going to do right now, as Hetty the Hoover, with a male voice, because it's 2019, don't assume my gender, is I'm going to put it together for you. So it's all one take, all one video, 3 hours long, of Order of Magnitude, completely debunking and destroying Huff and Hope Paranormal. Yes, completely. I wouldn't recommend watching it, in fact. Just turn off. But maybe you're tired and you want to go to sleep. You could use it for that. Just turn it on in the background and that droning voice, that nasally voice of Order of Magnitude will send you straight to sleep and give you nightmares. Enjoy.
Oh yeah, hi. Can I get a Big Mac meal, please, and Coke? That'd be grand, thanks. Hello? Hello? Tell you what, have a newspaper instead. America, fuck yeah! America, fuck yeah! Huh? Oh my god! Thirtless! There you are again, spying on me. I don't know. Here, have a gear stick. Well, we got there eventually. Took a little while, didn't it, to get this video up? Wow. Where do I even begin? Well, let's start from roughly the start of the reason why this video is up. Huff Paranormal and Josh from Hope Paranormal decided to do a interview type like video where they're talking to each other on Hangouts but they're not actually live, where they just basically, where all the videos out there of criticising their methods and the problems with their methods and the ethics behind doing, I don't know, celebrity dead sessions, etc. All of that, they addressed it in one video. Great. Done. Right? Well, wrong. They didn't address anything. What they did was skirt around a lot of the issues, outright just ignored a lot of the issues, then totally misunderstood some of the issues, whether that was on purpose or not, we don't know, and, well, threw the app makers under the bus, which is interesting considering Huff was involved with some of these apps that he's used, interestingly enough, and there wasn't even any, the whole Huff is busted type thing. Well, it wasn't, if they want to say, well, we didn't know, there was no retraction of the video in question, there was no, not an apology necessarily, but an explanation or anything like that. No, they just carried on with the whole Chosen narrative. So the point of this video is for me to respond to their video, because that video was aimed a lot at me, which is fine, that's cool. Debate isn't hate, despite what these two cretins think. And I want to do some comparisons, because the difference between Hope Paranormal sessions and Huff's Paranormal sessions is, well, it's huge, totally different. And why would that be? Why would that be? So we're just going to go through it. It's not going to be that interesting, but, you know, I've done like 80 videos or so of Huff Paranormal. It's a lot of videos. And usually I say I won't do another video on him unless he, you know, overtakes himself in the absolute craziness department or outright lies department, or the, oh, it's another breakthrough, guys, but it's not a breakthrough in the slightest, or any other misinformation he puts out there to try and correct that misinformation. Now, I have had a few comments where some people go, well, okay, fine, so just pretend he is faking a fraud, which he's not, because I'm a big Huff Paranormal fan, I believe in everything he does. Pretend he is, just for your benefit. Does it matter? Because he's bringing, you know, hundreds of thousands of people to this sector. Yeah, it does matter, because the the information he's putting out there is to lead you towards, if you want the best in ITC to contact your dead mum, you need a wonder box. That's what you need. That's the first thing. So it's as we call them, Huff commercials. They're not videos of evidence, they're commercials to sell his box in every single video, right? Secondly, it's what it does also is the scientific community distance themselves further away, and we turn even more into a laughing stock, because anyone who actually understands what's going on just laughs this out of the building. You know, why hasn't Huff taken it to James Randi? Admittedly, Randy would throw out even what I've got, or someone else has got, some legit evidence captures with no jump cuts, raw footage as is. You know, yeah, you're not going to change that. That challenge is not going to win. So maybe, you know, you can't kick him for not going to James Randi as such. But yeah, there's just, oh man, the interview was just so face palming and sheer damage control. Lots of misinformation. Let's just get into it. We've had enough of my talking. Let me get home, put on my cup of tea, and we'll just deal with this. And yeah, I got some interesting things to show you. Get comfy, guys. All the best, and I'll see you real soon after a big fat jump cut.
Something light.
All right. Hey, it's Josh, Hope Paranormal, and I'm here with Steve. I got Steve Huff on. Steve,
Hey
what's up, buddy?
guys. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, commence damage control, and you better believe it. Damage control, let's go. EXE file, click, damage control. Shut up, Magnitude, and play the fucking clip.
How you doing?
Good, man. So this is cool. This is something that we've been wanting to do. We've been, you know, we have our own channels. Your channel is, of course, you know, this awesome channel that has been going on for, what, 8 years now. Mine's been 6, I think, and following your work and doing this, we've done our documentaries together. We've done sessions together. I've been to your home. We've been...
Oh yeah, the documentary, Finding the Lie. Oh God, I remember that. Yeah, that was a documentary where Huff and Josh went out to an island somewhere. Really, it was just an excuse to get their holiday paid for. But in the meantime, they were getting shots of putting the portal, the Wonder Box. Was the Wonder Box made then? It's the same thing, so fuck it. The only difference is backwards pedal or not. And literally, their channel trailer went something like this. Literally, we had Huff and Josh walking around pointing at things. Pointing at things. And doing really serious faces. With, like, really epic music behind it. Finding the light. Yeah, that was an epic documentary. And then Huff was kind of angry because he wanted like $80,000 to pay for this documentary, and he ended up with like 8 or something, or 6, something like that. And he took to Facebook or some social media platform to berate his fans, saying, I don't understand it because, I've got like 80,000 subs. If just one of you just pledged $1, I'd have this documentary. But no, you won't. He got really angry with his subs that none of them would pledge $1, and he was angry. But then he was hailed a hero afterwards because, ironically, he had to spend $2,500 of his own money to pay for his holiday, and they hailed him a hero because he's such a kind man, paying his own money to do this documentary. It was a holiday, that's what it was, but under the guise of doing a documentary, because what was the difference between that documentary and any other Huff video? Nothing, except one thing: the setting. It was brilliant. The same jump cuts, the same everything. But I just loved the trailer. I really did. I got a kick out of the trailer because of the serious faces. Huff and Josh looking all serious and angry and pointing at things. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
We've been to the Bel Air together. We've been to Key West together. We've done a couple of amazing things, and we continue to talk each week. We talk each week about what we're going through, and how crazy is it that a lot of what I experience or what you experience, we're both experiencing at the same time.
Experiencing guilt, isn't it? You guys are experiencing guilt both at the same time. Guilt. That's what it is, isn't it? Guilt. No? Oh. My bad. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, we both, I mean, how many times have we called each other? Either you call me or I call you, and we won't know what we're going to tell each other, but we'll start to talk, and either you or me will have had that same experience just in that same week. That happens a lot, and it's more so than just the evidence. I think there's actually some things in life that have happened similar, spiritual though. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, but at the same time.
Sorry. That's a real hatery thing to do with the hand gestures. I just call bullshit on the calling of each other, because later on in this clip, right, that he's going to talk about, oh yeah, I called you. No, was it that you called me, or did I call you? Or no? They just make it up as they go along. It's kind of obvious, but just. Yeah.
You delve into this, and I've talked about it recently, when you have a passion for something like this, as we both do, and we work at it almost every day. There's not a day that goes by that either you or me don't think about this work or talk to a guide or say a prayer. So when you're that deep in it, we're both living the same experience from it, really, because we're both putting that same amount of energy into it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's funny you said that about our lives also kind of having a lot of parallels, and that's true. We're both guys that really didn't have a lot of schooling. We didn't, have college. We've been entrepreneurs.
Right there. Entrepreneurs. Now listen to me. I don't have a problem with people making money, okay? Making a living. I don't have that problem. I mean, some people might get a misconception that I do have a problem with that, but I don't. I don't. What I have a problem with is when you're faking your shit and giving lots of misinformation to make that money, and your profit margins are fucking like 900% or something ridiculous. It would work out as, I don't know. Probably nearly 1,000% profit margin or something ridiculous. Yeah. All through misinformation, complete lies and fraud and fakes. That's when I got a problem. You can make money on the paranormal if you want to build your own device and stuff, and especially if you're doing research and you know, coming up with ideas and inventions and stuff. I mean, look, do you see me calling out Gary Galka? No. Bill Chappell even. I'm not even a big fan of Bill Chappell because some of his devices in my mind are seriously flawed. They really are. I know, I said it, I know, oh god. Unsubscribe to fucking Order of Magnitude Hate Scared fucking... No, I don't. I hate Bill Chappell, of course I don't. Just, some of his devices I feel are flawed. But, I support what he does because he's researched, he's given it a try, he's attempted, he's researched, he's experimented. You wouldn't have known if those devices were flawed if you didn't try in the first place, right? But the Huff Paranormal Wonderbox thing, A, it has already been done. B, he hasn't made that. He didn't make anything. He made shit. It's off the shelf, okay? That decorated guitar amp is literally that. He's bought the off the shelf unit made by Lunchbox whoever. Got it. Got the pedals that reverses or whatever to the audio. Got the wires. That's it. That's your Wonderbox. Oh no, wait. Let's make it a Huff Paranormal device. We need to spray paint it. We need to put some crystals on it. And we need to put some copper wire that goes absolutely nowhere because human antenna. Yeah, Huff Paranormal device, and that makes all the difference. No, throw out copper wire. Rip off, scrape off that spray paint. Throw his crystals. Scrape them off. Throw them away. Does the device do exactly the same thing? Yeah, it does. It changes the audio. Changes the source. That's not inventing anything. That's not anything. That's oh god. It's genius in a lot of ways, but it's slimy as fuck. You dig?
Haven't worked for someone in almost 20 plus years. Yep. We continue to have to keep, making it happen on our own in a sense in order for us to survive, and we're going after what we love. And I want to segue into something because, again, we've been wanting to talk. We wanted to have a little chat and just talk about where we are and let other people, the subscribers and the patrons and everyone else that follows us get a glimpse of that, because some of these conversations are really important, but they don't hear it,
Yeah, right.
But, I wanted to bring up also this article. Now you wrote an article recently and you posted it on your page, you posted on Facebook, on your website, and you really took words right out of my head, right out of my mouth, thoughts that I think, and you really put it together so well. So if anyone wants to see that article, if you didn't see it, please go to it's HuffParanormal.com, right?
Yeah, HuffParanormal.com. It's called Real ITC versus Fake ITC, and
I actually haven't read the article. I will admit. But that article is in response to my video that he tried to copyright strike and take down. Narrative versus Real ITC or Real Evidence. I can't remember what the video is called. I can't remember what I put the video down as. But Huff Paranormal, which is going to come proof to something that... Because he says later on, I don't watch any detractor videos. No. Well, you do, because you copyright strike my video, so you obviously did watch it, dumbass. But, yeah, I haven't... I should have read the article, maybe I should. I just couldn't bring myself to it, because it's just more propaganda, more misinformation, more... would just make my blood boil, because it would just be absolute fucking bullshit. Absolute steering narrative, and it makes me sick. It's cancerous. It's fucking cancerous. Now, I know, right, if you're a Huff Paranormal supporter and you're watching this, you're like, this man's so full of hate. He must have demons inside of him and stuff, and he doesn't have the love. I got the love. I have a wife. I love my wife. I have a daughter. I love my daughter. Now listen, I'm not a big TV show or anything like that, dear Huff supporter. And I don't aim to be famous or anything, believe it or not. But I was a skeptic, complete skeptic, And I know all of my subscribers know this shit, so why am I talking about it? Because I'm hoping a Huff Paranormal supporter has come across it. I moved into a house where I met my wife, and I don't believe in none of this. And I spent a decade living with an entity. This stuff exists, it's real. And that's why I'm so passionate about real. Because what Huff is putting out, that's not how it is. It's not how it is. It's nothing like how he's portraying it, in the fucking slightest. But it does exist, it's out there, okay? So I'm not just a hater, I'm not just a hater skeptic, or I want to be number one in the field, or anything like that, to take his position, or... Not at all. It's just... I experienced it firsthand as a skeptic turned believer, you with me? And that has some profound effects. Like I said, I thought I was losing my fucking mind. I was ready to see a doctor, and actually find out, no, it exists. It's tricky. So this cunt, originally he was real. Way back in 2013, or before, he was real. It was only onwards did he, find a business model. A shady fucking business model that has no referees or ombudsman that he can, really take advantage of. It's genius. It's so genius. I compare him to Peter Popoff and people of the like, and we'll be doing some comparisons in it, because this interview reminds me of Kenneth Copeland and the other twat, I can't remember his name, and I'll show you that later, but... Let's carry on, shall we? Yeah, I know. You hate me, Huff support. You really angry. I'm just a jealous hater who knows nothing. I'm not. Go to my playlist section, okay? Go to my playlist section. Mags versus Huff. I've done a lot of videos on this guy. And open your eyes just a little bit. And understand I'm not just some crazy jealous hater. Okay? Or a skeptic per se. I was a skeptic. It exists, just not how he puts it and what he puts out. Trust me. You'll see.
I had called you, or you called me the other day, and after the conversation, I was just motivated because we talked about a few things. But yeah, it just talks about, there's different kind of areas or realms of ITC, right? There's the ghost hunter realm where people emulate TV shows and get inspired from TV. There's the Paracon, the convention realm, where people enjoy traveling around to different states and talking at conventions. Then there's what we do, which is on a much deeper level, and they're all different.
This is a scapegoat for Huff. What we do is on such a much deeper level, so deep you guys don't understand. Those haters out there, they just don't understand. It's not their fault they don't understand, or they're just jealous haters. Any issue raised is one of those two things. You don't understand, or you're a jealous hater. Nothing else. Black, white, no grey, no. Yeah, I don't understand, Steve. I ain't got a fucking clue what I'm talking about, no. Got no clue about this, no. Stephen Huff, have you actually seen the captures I've captured? Guess what, Steve? About just under 300 sessions, and probably about 30 of them are something special. Now, why is that? Why is it that only 10% of my sessions could you give to somebody else who is in the scientific community? No jump cuts, recorded just as is. Yet your sessions, every single one has a jump cut in it, left, right, centre, and the layered audio. But forget that. Pretend that doesn't exist, or you don't understand what that is a perfect session. I guess it's because you're so in touch with the spirits, isn't it, Steve Huff? You're just so grounded. You're in touch with God, right? In fact, Archangel Michael has a special spot for you, right? You mere mortal. Oh, God. Huff fans, do you see how crazy you sound when you're a believer, sure. Archangel Michael, the big all of angels, should he exist, we'll assume he exists just for the premise here, has time for Stephen Huff, because he's so special. He really is. He's immortal, like any other person that does this. Does that not... No? No? Doesn't... Okay, okay. Oh, shit, this is going to be a hard video.
And that article kind of talks about, you know, there's the people that do the TV show emulation. There's people who fake videos so blatantly.
That'd be you then. Yeah, that'd be you. It would. I know you don't want to hear that, but it would, because it is blatant. So blatant to anyone that has a clue, who understands about video editing. A lot of yourselves don't understand about video editing, do they? Or understand any of that. And that's why you get away with it. Fucking genius, you.
And what bugged me was you have people attacking guys like us, me a lot, you sometimes, and these are the people who are not even really knowledgeable about the depths of what we do.
Fuck you, Steve Huff, and I genuinely mean that. Fuck you. Not genuinely knowledgeable in what we do, what you do. I don't have a clue. Don't sit there and try and spin that people like me don't understand about ITC, okay? You know it, I know it. Oh! Two scenarios, because you're going to pull up in a bit, or Josh is, because he's your little lap boy. My God, Josh, how far up his ass you are, but I guess... Look at him. You're going to pull up this backwards video technique in a bit, right? You say, later on, we don't understand it. No. We do understand it, and I'm going to point out how we understand it in a bit. Is it you that doesn't understand it, or do you purposely make out, like... Because I reckon if you watch my video, and I know you watch my video, because you copyright strike my stuff, so you gotta watch my stuff. You know. You fucking know, you slimy little weasel. Don't sit there and call me stupid, for I don't understand the deep level you're at. It's not deep, mate. It's not fucking deep. You slimy little weasel. This right here is what compelled me to make this video. I'm sick of doing videos on you. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of my channel being connected with you, in effect. Don't really want my channel connected with you. Yeah, so they're the most viewed videos. But I am sick of being connected with your fucking fake ass. And your slimy ways. And your ex-rape porn salesman. Yeah, we ain't forgotten. Love and light, but you're an ex-rape porn fucking... You can say slander all you want, but that's truth. Can't be slander if it is true, right? That's what your ex-career was, be honest. Nothing wrong with that. But that is your ex-career, is it not? Not so much a pastor of love and light, are you, in that case, but don't sit there and try and pull the stupid card that we don't know what we're talking about. Because I have more detailed teachings on ITC than any of the shit you got, the misinformation you're putting out. Your misinformation just leads back to one place. If you buy a Wonder Box, you'll have better ITC communication. That's not true, is it? Fucking asshole.
So getting attacked or being called fake from people who are not really into it as deep as we are, it bugs me because they don't have the knowledge or understanding that we do.
Again, don't mistake my videos that are a lot wider in subject matter in your videos, like, you know, the Unique Homeless, Orders Batshit Crazy Media, my music videos, my family vlogs, anything away from the ITC community, because I didn't want to just, you know, ham myself down to one place. I wanted to, I don't know what I wanted to do, I just wanted to be creative, not be just hemlocked to one place, you know. It gets a bit boring after a while. Oh, but Order doesn't like ITC then, he's getting bored of it. No, not strictly true, but I just wanted to do, I don't know, just explore more, you know. I don't know. I want to leave my mark on this earth, and I struggle with that, but that's a personal thing, something to do with this video, okay? It is a complex I have about leaving my mark on this earth if I'm going to be able to do that. I even thought about suicide a long time ago, in terms of the greatest suicide ever. That was a long, long time ago, probably not my life, but don't even go there. Don't even go there, that was a long time ago. Anyway, snap out of it. No, don't understand. God, you fucked me off. That's all you need to know. Oh, you... We understand perfectly, Steve. Understanding exactly what ITC is and what's what. The point of ITC. Because we understand the fundamentals of these things, but you abuse the fundamentals of these things. You abuse it and use it to your own advantage to fake and... Oh, I'm going to expose you, you bastard.
Standing that we do. So I wanted to just kind of lay it out there that, you know, what we do is real. It's not...
You know, you laid it out exceptionally well. You really broke it down very well. The fact is this is it. You know, I've always said this when I've been attacked many times, especially, of course, because I work so closely with you, and I wear that badge with pride in the sense because I'm very blessed to be able to work with you. I know you don't work with many people because of kind of this state of affairs of the paranormal community. It's a very cutthroat, nasty type of situation, and no one wants to do that. Yeah. I didn't get into it to compete with other groups and other people to try to overpower them with my evidence and views and subscribers. I really didn't care about that. I didn't know. I just was getting mind-blowing evidence, and I wanted to share it with people. And I was trying the things that you were doing.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Josh. Do continue. I have to fight through this. Jesus Christ.
Going, is this guy for real? Is he getting real stuff? And all of a sudden, I do it, and I get the same kind of evidence. So now I'm like, wow, this is amazing, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, you do it, and you get the same kind of evidence, do you, Josh? Okay, so here's the first fork in the video. You get the same kind of evidence, do you, Josh? You fucking lying bastard. You two do things very differently, okay? Now, Josh, I'm really tied between these two things. You're either a really nice guy and just so naive, and you're just starstruck with good old Bluffy over there, and besides, he's giving you some, you know, off his coattails to get your Patreon. Do you not make enough money out of that titty bar that you need to do this as another line of work? Just a hobby. Hobby's okay, that's okay if it's a hobby. Nothing wrong with that. Just curious. Yeah, ignore that. Your sessions, you get the same evidence, don't you? That's what you just said. That's you're, you know, similar, yes? So if I play a Huff video and I play your video, they're going to be really, really the same, aren't they? I don't think so. I'm going to show you right now. Let's roll a video from Huff Paranormal's... Oh, you sick bastard, Huff. Epstein. Epstein died in prison. You know Epstein, the paedophile linked to a royal family? Yeah. Well, Huff couldn't wait to jump on that bandwagon, and we're going to touch upon the ethics of dead celebrities. Yeah, we're going to touch upon that in this shitty video. It's a shitty video. But let's have a look at Huff's Epstein video and compare it to just a random video of Josh's, and let's just see if they look exactly the same, because they're so similar. We'll see, shall we? First, let's play Huff's Epstein video. No. Jesus Christ. You have to jump on that. And this video, I'm going to stop right now. This video is just full of, in fact, I think the whole lot is just layered audio. So here we are. We're going to play a section of Huff Paranormal's Epstein video. Okay? Let's play it now.
I think if people understood what happened to bad people when they die, that there may be less bad people in the world.
What you are about to see is serious, real, and has been researched and documented here for many years. This is real spirit contact and communication. 100% real, 100% serious. This is not for entertainment, but for research, education, and to show the world we truly never die. I do not recommend you try this at home unless you are grounded, have a connection to your higher power, and have no fear of this kind of thing. Thank you and enjoy the video. I hope it makes you think.
Pedophilia, sex trafficking, setting up wealthy billionaires with young women, underage, heinous, disgusting crimes.
But in all these...
Jeffrey Epstein, who died on August 10th, 2019 by a reported suicide in his jail cell, was a convicted sex offender. He got off on a deal back in 2005 after pleading guilty to molesting a 14-year-old. All kinds of corruption going on with that case. All kinds of corruption. Someone like this belongs either in prison or for their soul to be in hell for eternity. Anyone who hurts a child, molests a child, takes advantage of that, does not belong on this earth, does not belong in the light. Many have asked me to do a session on Jeffrey Epstein to try to find answers about his suicide or anything else he might want to say from the other side. After his recent allegations and death, I figured I'd turn on the portal and the SCD-2 and see if I could connect, and lo and behold, I feel I did, as we get some disturbing answers. So by request, I do something here I normally do not ever do. I normally do not delve into hell or darkness, but I am protected by God's energy. We all are. I tap into it. I use the light. I have no fear. So enjoy this disturbing session as I try to connect with convicted child molester Jeffrey Epstein.
I'm doing a morning session, but who's with me? What's the name of the spirit here?
Thy name was
We're trying to find out if Jeffrey Epstein really killed himself, or was he murdered? I believe any child abuser, molester deserves to spend eternity in hell. Rather if I didn't.
Direct answer there to what I was talking about. Better if I didn't. Sounds like Epstein is trying to avoid the devil, avoid judgment, avoid punishment. Keep in mind during this session, when you hear an answer, it doesn't mean it's going to come in the voice of when they were alive. Spirits speak by manipulation of audio, energy, power, as they call it, connecting. So 9 times out of 10, spirits will not have their old voice, so keep that in mind.
We're looking for this man right here. Reports are that he attempted or committed suicide in jail by hanging. He was charged with
In a bed.
in your bed. He was charged with heinous crimes, pedophilia.
They've been showing.
Stuff I'm not going to get into because anybody watching this knows. I usually don't connect or try to connect with evil people. We're just running the SCD2 app here. We're not running anything fancy. This man right here, where's his soul right now? Is he in a good place or a dark place? Come on through. Looking for Jeffrey Epstein. Do you have any regrets? I would imagine you do. As you know now, money doesn't buy happiness.
Now, if I'm reaching the soul of Epstein, he seems to still feel privileged by thinking he belongs in the light. This also tells me he is not in the light, which anyone who did crimes such as those that he committed, in my opinion, they belong in hell.
Is there anything you want to say, Jeffrey Epstein?
Still worried about money, even on the other side. This tells me he was consumed with wealth, privilege, and seemed to think he was above all others.
Okay, we're asking for Jeffrey Epstein.
The body.
What about the body?
To leave him.
He left his body, but is he in heaven or hell?
Interesting how spirits put that into perspective. They see it because they are a spirit, they are a soul, that the body is leaving them. When we die, we see it as our soul leaving the body. They see it as the body leaving the soul. Very interesting.
Jeffrey Epstein was accused of some heinous crimes, pedophilia, abuse.
The castle.
The castle? You talking about one of Jeffrey Epstein's properties?
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Narrative, creating your own thing. It's fucking shit. It is, the whole thing's layered. In fact, I suspect the video is played, right? He records a video. You know, his fingers doing this and that later on in the video. I don't know if I'm going to put that in here or not, but... And then he, he does the audio after in this one. I really do suspect that. He puts the audio in after, And he comes, in a bit, he'll say, "Oh, faking it's so much hard work." Bollocks is there, and I'm going to show you it's not hard. How unhard it is to layer audio. Even someone like me who just has a phone to run his whole channel. Now we're going to have a look at Joshy Boy. Let's have a look at his session. Does this session look or sound anything like a Steve Huff session? Let's have a look.
The last few weeks. You say Ed's been trying to come through? You guys have been blocking him. Keeping him at bay. I haven't felt any negativity. I've felt positive energy. But I've also felt a little bit of a lull, a little bit of a lower amount of energy. Been doing a lot of private sessions and group sessions for the patrons. I know sometimes I feel really high spiritually. And sometimes I feel low.
Well, you be the judge. I think it's pretty obvious though. I'll tell you the difference, okay? This is what happens. Josh does his SB7 or SCD1, whatever, through that stupid decorated guitar amp, and he records it as it happens, okay? And anything he doesn't like, he chops out. Jump cuts, right? Okay? That's what's what. He uses the app, and anything that sounds pareidolia-like for words to fit to his narrative, he'll do that, you know? Yeah, it's pretty bad, but it's not really fake, per se. It's just, I don't know how to call it. Just not good practice, you know? But it's not fake. Josh isn't fake, per se, you understand? Using an app, using SB7, using whatever, through that stupid decorated guitar amp, and any words that sort of, he forces it quite a bit, you know, the words are forced, but, you know. Huff, on the other hand, outright fakes. He layers his audio from the get-go. It's fully fucking layered. You know, comes time when your box sounds more clearer than your own speech. It's interesting that, isn't it? If you're recording via a microphone, gets you thinking. Then there's jump cuts. They both do jump cuts, so you know they're both, what's the word, marred sessions. They couldn't take those sessions to a scientific community and go, hey, look what I captured, because of the jump cuts. They both couldn't do that. They've ruined it because of their jump cuts, because you don't know how much shit went on between those jump cuts, how much was not related. You don't know. You don't know how big a gap, you know, went on. But they want the effect, they want the illusion that, you know, we're having a one-on-one coming backwards and forwards going on. They want that so bad. Bullshit. Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, I took a break because I couldn't actually deal with doing this anymore. I needed the break. I've had to do this whole video in increments because of the cringy and just outright lies. It actually makes you really, really angry. No, I wasn't really going to cut myself. Honest. I was just going to smoke myself to death instead. Okay, so you've seen Huff's session. You've seen Josh's session. Now I want you to look at this session. Now, Thirtless have seen this over and over again. Let me just explain a few things before you look at my session. Some people will credit the Wonder Box and say, well, Order, if it's going to do one thing, it might not aid communication, but one thing it does do is get rid of all that noise and makes it all clearer and better. That's reason to spend $4,000, isn't it? Do you own an SB7? Is it a revision 3 model? Because if so, and you're thinking of getting a Wonder Box, you don't need a Wonder Box. In fact, this blows a Wonder Box out of the water. I'm going to show you a session that was done live. Live, I reiterate, something Huff doesn't really do. And he says that he's done live sessions. Yeah, he has. They're fucking shit. They're terrible. And if you want to see what he is like live, I've done a video. I'll try and link it in the description if I remember. If you're interested and I don't remember to put it in the description, you can't find it, just put in the comment, hey Order, what's that live session Huff did? That, you know, and I will, you know, link you to it, but hopefully it's in the description, okay? What Huff is like live is nothing like how he is on his videos. Completely different. Funny, isn't it? Real funny that the contact just isn't there compared to his staged sessions, if you want to call it that. But I'm going to show you a session that Thirtless all know about this session. It was done live, okay? Obviously, I'm not going to show you the whole live stream. It is just segments of it. A montage, if you will. So, yes, there are jump cuts. All my sessions
in general, are not jump cutted. They are raw, as they are. So, if I ask a question and an entity allegedly answers back, you know that was legit. Or if there's any load of crap in the middle, you get the crap in the middle to make a judgment call. That's being open and honest about what contact you have. But I'm going to show you this session. The important point about it is, it was done on a PSB7 revision 3 using a hack that I discovered called magnitude mode. Some people call it the hush mode. Some people are only just discovering it now, but I was the one that discovered it the first time, and my subscribers, aka Thirtlist, dubbed it magnitude mode, and that's quite an honour, I think, personally. But just have a look at this session. I want you to note a few things. How clear is it? There's a particular caption where it goes, the devil. Yeah, I know, negative. But I don't care about what is coming through. I don't care if it's good, bad or ugly. I just care about the evidence, because that's what I'm about, okay? That's all I care about. Don't care if it's bad or good. And just listen to the clarity of that. No Wonderbox required at all. All it is an SB7 going into a speaker. That's it, nothing else. And I think this session just speaks volumes as to the clarity, especially as it was done live in front of an audience, live on the trot, on the go. And there is clearly contact there because it's all in context. There's one part of this clip where I go, okay, well, later on I'll stream some games, we'll chat and crap, we'll talk about, and I struggle to think of things to talk about, and the Spirit goes, Jesus! Yep, we'll talk about Jesus, no problem, Spirit. Huff and Josh would kill for evidence like that. They really fucking would. Genuine, legit evidence, because it's not staged, it's not layered or anything like that. It's not forced, like, oh, that said, I'm here. You know, no. It clearly said what it clearly said. No subtitles needed. So without further ado, and I parade this session about, I know I do, and Thirdlists have seen this and they're probably bored of it. Skip through it if you want, I don't care. But those of you that haven't seen it, watch it and know that that is clearer than any Wonderbox. And there are no, I've got hair in my mouth, there are no decorated guitar amps here. SB7, decorated guitar amp. If you've got an SB7 yourself and you want to know how to do this hack, there is no modification needed. Again, I'll leave a link in the description if I don't or I forget. Just ask in the comments and I'll tell you how to do the hack. It's easy. You just press two buttons together. That's how simple it is. Go check it out. Here it is. Think here that can, or out there that can use this device to talk to me.
Yes, please.
Yes, there is. Okay, that was kind of good. Find G+, there you go. Ooh, what was that? You're dead, are you? Whispery.
Patience.
Patience, Mamu. Patience. Brilliant. Thank you. So there's contact there. That's
Order.
order. There you are.
Order.
Pardon? Not you. Spirit just said slut. Not good. Because
Sit down.
because
Sit down. Sit down.
I was basically appealing for them to get help and to stay away.
Slut.
Slut again. Slut. Someone's a slut somewhere, says
That's true.
Spirit. Who is a slut? No, Snaggletooth, I don't think you hate kids. I think you're just being responsible. You don't feel that you're capable of having the patience with them at the moment, so yeah, it's okay, nothing wrong with that. That's good. Yeah, it said slut 3 times now. It has, doesn't it, Michael? It said slut 3 times. I don't know what that's in reference to. If they're talking about
The situation.
the situation. And we'll, you know, I'll stream some games on my channel while chatting crap together, you know. Talking Spirit, talking
Jesus.
whatever we talk about. Jesus, yeah, thanks Spirit, we'll talk Jesus. And I,
22. 22.
Missy asked me when summer is. I said about a month or 2.
I'm getting clear.
So,
I'm getting clear.
so is there a guardian that, a gatekeeper, I suppose?
I'm spraying it with those.
Ooh, that was a response then.
I sprayed it, dude.
That was a response then.
Are you the angel of death? Well, you are like the Grim. Devil, you're a devil, did you? I didn't catch that. But I'm being distracted, obviously. By a very naughty girl.
And today?
And today. Radio. It's radio. Dead 3 nights in a row. That's why I'm not playing ball with you, I guess. I've only guessed. Said my name then. Right.
Well, that's the end of part 1. I know we've barely scratched on the response video. There is a lot to go through. This is the video to end all videos. There's going to be a part 2, possibly a part 3. I doubt a part 4. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. In part 2, we're going to be covering the busted video, where they try and answer to, oh, he's busted, but it's just, they throw, Josh and Huff throw the app makers under the bus big time, and, well, I'm going to answer that and debunk their shit there. We're going to talk about the ethics of celebrity dead sessions as well. So yeah, look forward to it. I'll try and edit it. It's taken me, I know this video is really late, and I probably missed the, 2 weeks or so where it had the most punch, so to say. Everyone would have forgotten about their response or whatever. But, you probably noticed, but I actually had a stellar or two doing most of that video, because it was just such hard work to get through. Made me angry, really. Especially as that response video was obviously aimed at me, pretty much. Trying to make me look stupid or something. So if anyone comes across my video, oh, this dude doesn't know what he's talking about, you don't understand how deep they are. There's a fuck. You know it, Huff. I know it. So yeah, I doubt this video is going to get to many people, but hopefully someone will be searching for the information one day because they're thinking about buying a Wonder Box and they just think a little bit more further, Anyway, I'll see you next time. For all the torture I've gone through, if you want to tip the magnitudes, I'll leave the shill video after this. Oh yeah, that'll get the heaters going. Love it. Oh, shit! This thing's recording. Okay, you caught me off guard. You've come to the end of the video now, so you really need to press that X button, because this is a shill part of the video, and yes, this is going to be the house style of the shilling at the end. So once you've seen this once, there's no need to see it again, unless you're some weird sort of sadist, masochist, I can't remember which way around it is, who likes torturing themselves, but so. Okay, if you like what the magnitudes do, and you like the teachings or information I push on, or my crappy music video, whatever it is you find appreciated on me, and you want to support the channel in any way or form, be it a small donation on PayPal, become a Patreon. Oh, is there any extra content on Patreon? No, there really isn't, because I don't want anyone to miss out, but whatever, okay? If that's something that interests you, or at least you just want to show your appreciation, and maybe on the PayPal link you might want to send a personal note on that. I don't know. If that's something that you might want to do, and of course your name will be in a special thanks section. Special thanks. It's not worth much, is it? But either way, if that's something you want to do and you want to support, the link's in the description. Don't have to, nobody has to. It's up to you. It doesn't matter either way. But now you've seen this, you don't need to see this again. So every time this comes up on the end of the video, don't forget to click the X button as a cyclist going past me with really weird looks. Take care, fellas. Much love, and oh boy, just doing what every YouTuber does, trying to make a living or something. Take care, fellas. So voyeuristic. Hello, Thirtless. Welcome to part 2 of the response to Bluff video. This has been in the making for a little while now. Let's just rewind a bit. If you haven't watched part 1, I suggest you watch part 1. I'll try and put a link in the description. These are lengthy videos. Originally when I first did it, I knew it was going to be like 2 hours, 3 hours long. It's far too long, so I split it down into
2 parts, 3 parts, might be 4 parts. I don't know how long it's going to be. But I want it to be the mother of all videos. You know, every issue, everything, every episode that has gone on in the whole Bluffgate saga, I wanted to get it all in this series. And I'll probably put it as a separate playlist, because that way, you know, you haven't got to go through 80 videos. You know, everything that they've tried to respond to, and what I take issue with, and what the problems are, or they haven't addressed, it's all here. Well, not here in this video, in this series, should I say, okay? So, without further ado, as lengthy as it is, I may as well shut up, stop the record before taking a dump in the toilet. Oh God, what am I letting myself in for? So, we literally continue where we left off, at 6 minutes 55 herein. Like I say, you probably have to watch part 1, there's going to be a sudden jump into it, but let's carry on.
Like, wow, this is amazing, you know?
Yeah.
You have thought outside the box, and you have tried techniques that other conventional paranormal hunters, and you brought up the fact of even that term is really kind of almost derogatory.
Yeah, it is.
Spirits, because it is. I'm not taking a gun and going out there and hunting a spirit. I'm not trapping them. We're not Ghostbusters in that sense. If that's not what we're doing. We're looking for spirit communication. We're looking for love connection. We're looking for trying to better the connection and understand how we can do more in this life and help others in the afterlife, which is possible. But if people have understood, people have watched us, they'll understand that this communication has evolved.
I say in the article, and again, it's not from ego, as you said, it's from confidence, and it's truth. The stuff that we have captured, not all of it, but there are certain videos of ours that have captured, in my opinion, evidence that's never been captured before.
Because it's not evidence. When you jump cut like that and you layer your audio or you use samples from said app, that's not spirit communication. That's just app playing MP3 file, of course. Take it to the scientific community, Huff. Do it. You won't, and you know why you won't.
Captured before.
Amen.
Amen. Namaste. Fuck me, Josh. Get your tongue out of his ass.
Breaking kind of, it's groundbreaking. It's you know, before I got into this and before you got into this, all we really heard were an occasional EVP on a recorder, a whisper, low volume, or we heard the PSB7 kind of stuff.
Oh, that thing called real evidence? Yeah, I know what you're on about, Huff. That thing called real evidence. I know what you mean. Occasional, because it's paranormal, perhaps.
Kind of stuff. And these days, we're getting sometimes conversational back and forth, super clear answers.
More often than not, we're getting that.
More often than not.
More often than not, because you're in control of the evidence, that makes sense. You're in control of what you're going to deem as communication. You know, if your sound sample, in Huff's case layered audio, you know, yeah, more often than not, of course not, because when do you guys ever upload a session that isn't a killer session, that's the best, groundbreaking session? This session will make you laugh, this session will make you cry, oh my god, it just betters and betters itself every single... You never have a shit session, ever, ever, ever? I mean, alright, someone who uploads like once a month or two because, you know, they write off their shit sessions, that's fair enough. But you guys upload like, you know, twice a week or whatever it is, and every time it's just a bang-on session. How could that be? Oh, silly me, you're chosen, that's right. And You're so grounded to the spirit world, and anyone else that doesn't do as well as you, they're just not grounded enough. You know, they're just not, you know, in touch with their spirit side so much. You know, they'll get better eventually, or not all, because they're just so negative, probably. Yeah, negative magnitude. That'll be the reason why. Silly us. And if you buy your box and you struggle to get communication, onus isn't on me, man. It's all on you. Just you. I love it when I get messages when I try to do video. Airplane mode, magnitude, airplane mode. When will you learn?
And it's like, sometimes I sit around, I'm like, nobody cares. And I don't know if it's that nobody cares or people think it's fake.
You did it. Nail on the head. It's fake. They know it's fake. They know your responses are fake. They know. The only people that don't know are those that believe you, because why would the nice bold man lie to me? Why would anyone lie to put up a YouTube channel and lie? They don't understand the motive behind why you do what you do. You know, it makes no sense to them as to why they would do that. They don't understand the amount of money you pull in selling those decorated guitar amps. You know, the serious profit margins that you bring. Let alone the Patreon and the other things. And like I keep saying to you, I am not against you making money or making a business. I really am not. Okay? I got no problem making money in the paranormal. What I got a problem with is making the money via faking your evidence and talking someone into it. Oh, your mum's here right now. Wouldn't it be nice to continue this conversation? Do you remember that conversation between a certain person? Do you? I guess you don't. But, you know, just... And no returns policy as well. Is that... Why do you have a no returns policy anyway? Because if your product is that good, right... Wouldn't you not worry about having a returns policy? Because not many people would be returning it, would they? Or do you think that, you know, like 7 out of 10 people would return it because they'd realise, the fuck is this? Oh my god, I've been so stupid. I've been so stupid because of my grief. That's why you don't have a no returns policy, isn't it?
And that is also what kind of motivated me to write that article, because I feel that
it's damage control. Some fucking damage control, because people like fucking order of magnitude, that negative, hating person. Jealous. So jealous.
I feel that it should be getting more attention than it does. But from my experience and talking to people who just stumble upon videos like ours, they just automatically assume it's not real.
Two things that. The reason why they just magically stumble upon it and assume it's not real. A, they have the ability to cognitive think and understand video editing and realise what's what, you know, and those that understand ITC and what's what, again, understand and know. That's the reasons why, you know. The only people, and it's a lot of people, granted, because a lot of people are taken in because they're believers, they're Christians anyway, you know, and they believe in the spiritual realm because, you know, and if the paranormal exists, because it does, then this is the thing, people can't separate the paranormal from you, okay? If the paranormal exists, then Huff isn't a fake. No. Separate the two people, okay? The paranormal exists. That doesn't mean to say someone who is doing the paranormal doesn't fake. They can still fake, whether the paranormal exists or not, you know? But that's the reason why, Huff. And why doesn't it garner more attention? Why is that, Huff? Do you know? And I keep saying, this is turning into a fucking long-ass video. I'm sorry I'm putting you through this. Just be thankful that I'm the one having to do this, and I'm the one in pain here. Big shill. Want to tip Mr. Magnitude? This is the video to tip him on. He's been through a lot.
Assume it's not real. So the biggest challenge for us is to convince people, show people, prove to people that it is real. And we've done that.
No, you haven't. You haven't done that. You haven't done that because there's people like me who are not skeptics per se, was a skeptic, turned believer, who understands ITC completely, the fundamentals of, and that's the problem. So you haven't done that. You have turned people into believers, of course, but if you want to get the people who matter in terms of turning those skeptics around, bye-bye jump cuts, being as transparent as humanly possible. But you're not transparent, you're shady as fuck. That's why. Do I feel like I'm reiterating the same point 10 times over? I'm sorry, again.
We've done that, but
let me just throw this at you. So I'll say this. I've never faked a piece of evidence in my life. I never will.
Oh, Joshy boy. Never faked a piece of evidence in your life and never will. No, Josh, you are not faking in the terms of what Huff is doing faking, okay? Yeah, you're putting your jump cuts in and eliminating all the crap in the middle, which gives an illusion of a direct response, so to say. But I don't ever do it where I ask a question and put a jump cut in an answer. I can't tell you if you have ever done that or not. You may have, may not have. But in terms of, I have never faked an evidence. No, not legitimately outright faked evidence. No, Josh, you haven't done that. Okay, I'll swear to you, you haven't done that. Okay. But what you're doing is you're using those sodding apps and you're taking them as gospel without validating them. You're just assuming that's spirit communication. Yeah, you say, well, we could get it wrong here and there, and you openly admit that's a good thing. But then you're doing techniques like the backward video technique, which is utter bullshit. And I'll come to that because you're going to come to it, and I'll explain why that technique is it's flawed. Write it off, throw it away, Josh. If you've got any sense, and I know you won't because you just want to write off the Huff thing and be Huff's best buddy in that, but that technique is bullshit. And if you're Huff's best friend, right, and you want to convince Huff to be legit and all that sort of stuff, get him to write off that method of playing videos backwards through the box, and any pareidolia that sounds like words coming through must be spirit communication because spirits manipulate audio. Not proven, just a theory. It is. It's your theory, it's a good theory. It might well be, I'm not saying it's not, but that technique is bullshit, and I can explain why, and I can also explain how you can validate that technique and write it off at the same time. You can prove that technique works by just doing one simple thing, which we'll come to as we get to it. But you won't. You won't, because you just want to play Easy Street. It goes like this, Josh. This is your session, okay? SB7 comes out, not magnitude mode, just normal SB7 with the faux white noise. Anybody struggling to get replies? You might get a reply, real reply, paranormal. Sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't. Remember, I throw away 19 out of 20 of my sessions. Only 1 out of 20 of my sessions do I fully believe contact is happening, okay? See the level I'm going at here? So, you're struggling to get replies. In that case, let's just get out the decorated guitar amp, the Wonderbox, and put SCD2 on. Oh, the replies are flowing through now, guys. Yeah, those replies are flowing through. See what I mean, Josh? And then you'll get out the DR60. And again, we'll come to this. It's not that EVPs cannot come out on the DR60, because they can. You can get EVPs. But a lot of the time, you are passing off the internal mechanism and the fault with the machine as replies when they are not the replies. It's just internal mechanism noise. But, if you can and then take some shit out of that, hey, kudos for you. Because you cannot have a shit session on your channel. You can't. It's not in your MO. You can't do it. And that's the problem.
That's something I could stand behind. I know you can say the same thing. That's what you say. I believe you wholeheartedly. I've worked with you. I've gotten the same results. I know what's up. Okay.
Josh, you quickly moved on, didn't you? You got the same as he did. Okay, move on as quickly as possible from that segment. Well, I just showed you what your 2 sessions were like. How different were they? Your sessions are totally different, man. In the way they sound, the way they're conducted, they're totally different. And I believe you don't fake, nod head. Glossed right over that, didn't you? That was fucking hell. I've never seen someone try and get a subject and drop it as quick as you. Fantastic.
Okay. There are people out there that no matter what we show them, they'll never believe what we're showing them. That's fine too. Got to let them go, right? But what about, if people say, well, your DR60 messages, we don't hear what you're hearing. It's open for interpretation, right? We do the best we can, but we know what we do know is a fact. Okay, we don't know if every word that we just heard was what we captioned it as, but we know it's spirit, though.
Yes.
Okay.
They're trying to speak.
Right.
You hear the traits of human speech. You hear different words. You hear sentences.
Every time.
And there's times that we've both captured really clear, undeniable.
Undeniable. And, 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10 will be that this is, or something very clear and it's undeniable. And what happens is the skeptics seem to go, yeah, all right. But this next one I don't really hear. Well, who cares if you don't hear the next one?
You heard the other one.
Okay, so I've just covered this, like I said. Now, it's not that EVPs cannot come through on a DR60, because they most certainly can. And I've heard EVPs from a DR60, There's a channel called Diabolical Witness who uses a DR60, and I've heard some of his EVPs. Yeah, the EVPs happen, okay? The problem is this, guys. When you said, oh, yeah, genuine EVP... the skeptics here and go, yeah, and the next one, they go, no, I didn't hear that. Well, what about the first one? The first one, we'll just say, just for argument's sake, that's genuine. And the next one, what you're doing with the next one is you're passing off the fault with the machine, the thing that records its own internal mechanism, which is what it does, as the problem with the machine. You are passing that off as EVP when it's not. That's when you start forcing annotations. I am here in hell. You hear that? Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Huff subscriber. When one of those EVPs start coming up, just cover the subtitle. See what you hear and compare it to the subtitle if you want to test on that, okay? Now, when it comes to ultra clarity on these, there's a problem here because Huff has done himself over again with his obsession with, I must have a perfect fucking session that's groundbreaking each and every video. He's fucked up here because no one trusts him now. First of all, a lot of the time there's a jump cut in between him recording and pressing play. Secondly, he's been caught out pre-doing his EVPs. How was he caught out? Well, is there anybody here that wants to say something? And please do. Recording. And then when he presses play, what comes back on the play? There's a word or two different. Why is there a word or two different? Because he pre-recorded it already, and he no doubt went, I'm here, in the machine. He's been caught out doing that. Dickhead. He may have only done it once or twice. I'm not saying he does it all the time. But by doing that just that once, and you were caught out doing it, I haven't got the link. I wish I fucking did, but at the time, no one was really fucking interested. You're banned to rights have everyone thinks you're a fake anyway. Who matters? Thinks you're a fake anyway. So, people just sort of lost interest. I'm the only bugger out here still doing this like an idiot. I need to get a new fucking hobby. But yeah, I feel very strongly about this because, like I say, you were the first channel I went to other than Mortis, or Contact Mortis, he was known at the time, because what we had in our house, I was seeking answers. And when you started off, you were legit and you were real, and you threw all that away for money. I wouldn't say fame necessarily, because, YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers that can sometimes barely pull fucking 30,000 views at times. That's not a good ratio. That's worse ratio than my channel. Ouch. But you get what I'm trying to say, unless you do a fucking Celebrity Dead session, we'll come to that. But that's why you fucked up. Just by doing it once, pre-recording it, you fucked up. But stop passing off the fucking internal mechanism as a problem. Yeah, I don't doubt you guys have had some genuine EVPs captured and showcased them. Don't doubt that, okay? They can happen. Of course they can. Yeah? But that DR60 has a major flaw, and confusing that flaw with EVP is the problem. But you guys want to push this narrative that it's like a fucking telephone to the dead. Yeah, you get me? That's the problem.
Heard the other one, right?
So let's not glaze over it. Don't pick and choose the evidence that you can't hear and then discount all other evidence, correct?
That's right. That's right. The skeptics, those who are skeptical of us say...
They have their tactics.
They do pick and choose. They'll pick one little thing out of hundreds of hours.
Right.
No, damage control. Not one little thing out of hundreds. More like hundreds of things that we pick out of one. God, that doesn't even make sense. But you know what I'm trying to... One. Fuck off.
And there's times, for example, where they've went after me because I was using an app, and maybe there's a bank in that app, and maybe there's a word in that app that I don't even know is in there because I'm not making the apps, right?
Oh yeah, here we go. Let's throw the app maker under the bus. Do continue, Huff. That one word on that one little bank that you didn't know about, that you were involved with making that app, Divination Box with Matt Payne. Ah, okay. Just an FYI for you people who are new to this scandal. This app didn't have hundreds of banks, or thousands of banks. Do you know how many banks it had? 2. 10 minutes long of an MP3 file, a long 10-minute MP3 file, 2 of them, played together and alternate between the two. Well, actually, they're both playing at the same time, the volume would alternate, okay? And it was taken from an ASMR video. And the main word, or the main thing that Huff went on, and it would come out on this, because it was played backwards, but of course, using his decorated guitar amp, it would play it backwards, we're going to make it play forwards. Calling that spirit communication. The spirits are manipulating it. No, your pedal's just putting it the right way round. That's not spirit manipulation. And that word was chosen. And I'll tell you why there's a problem with this in a minute. Throwing the app maker under a bus. You are low. Freaking, especially as you're involved with me in the process of that.
There's something that comes through, I might think it's spirit. And I talked about that too. That's on the app makers. App makers should not put those kind of words in apps.
Yeah, they really shouldn't, should they? But, you know, you were touting it as an amazing app because, you know, wow, creepy communication, man. Interesting at the time you didn't cite this or have any problem with this. Oh dear. You're fucking unbelievable, man. You are unbelievable.
Apps. If you're putting scary words in apps or trying to trick people into thinking they're talking to spirit, that's on the app maker. That's not on guys like us who are testing or using an app. And
we just didn't know. We got fooled in a sense. Or, you know, we didn't know.
Didn't know. We just didn't know. We didn't think, Jesus Christ, this is amazing communication going on with this app. Yet the other apps don't seem to do this. We didn't think maybe we should just open this app up and just see what the banks might hold, and to realise that, oh shit, man, there are only 2 banks. Each one is just 2 MP3 files that are 10 minutes long. We should know, you know, fucking nothing to do with us, guys. No, I swear to God, nothing to do with us. It's those damn app makers making us look so bad, so bad. But there's a problem. And we're going to come to that problem in a second. Unbelievable. Ah, oh, fuck.
So that's why I like to go back to apps like SCD2 or radio scan apps, because it's random, right?
Because your buddy, Anthony Sanchez, who coded the app with your name on it, totally doesn't have control of what radio stations, paranormal or UFO radio stations, so certain words, because it's words that are coming out, might be the case, you know. No, not at all, you know, no, that has nothing to do with it, right? That goddamn beeping with messages coming through. But, yeah, that's interesting. And you, Mr. Huff, certainly don't have control of the banks in SCD2 and can add what you like, being as like you probably have the beta version and can add what files you like. No, not in the slightest. I was actually sent an email from someone, I can't remember who now. If they want to get in touch with the comments, please be, I might even pin your comment, where they showed me the proof where he could just put what he wants in. It's a very simple process. Gee. Damage control, and that's why this is right here is why this is the main meat and potatoes of this video. Okay, I probably won't go too far into this. It's like a 40-minute video, and we'll be here all fucking night. Because afterwards they talk about like demons and shit. I'm not really interested in that. You know, Christians believing that they're demons that are coming through, and that means nothing to me. I don't care if I'm talking to demons. I don't care if I'm talking to angels. I don't care if I'm talking to the devil's angel. Yeah, you know the one. Oh, what are you, Chuck? Are you just dead?
The devil's angel.
You're the devil's what? Say it again. Who are you, Chuck? Oh, what are you, Chuck? Are you just dead?
The devil's angel.
You're the devil's what?
Say it again.
I only care about what evidence I capture, because that's what I'm all about. Communication, you know. The capture I've got, what are the chances that that is spirit communication, not a radio? Like that capture of a Devil's Angel, there's no way in hell that's a radio. No way, especially not in Britain. No chance. If it was an app though, I would have to, you know, there could be a chance that word is on that app. But I could cross-reference that really simply by opening up the banks and seeing if the Devil's Angel is in, you know, the samples. If it's not, that's very interesting. I'm not saying Spirit can't use apps, but what I am saying is if you use apps, you've got a way of cross-referencing if your capture's legit or not. Will you use it? Probably not. It's not very good on views, is it, otherwise?
So much better.
Yeah.
You know, there's the video out there. I know you haven't seen it because you don't watch any of the bullshit videos that are made about you, which is great. It's fantastic. I've seen a couple of my own that people have made and, you know, whatever. And I've commented and I don't comment the majority of the time. But
Doesn't watch these detractor videos. Doesn't watch them, does he? Now, who tried to get my channel struck down like 3 times in a row? Who recently copyright striked my channel? Stephen P. Huff? I'm not watching your channel. Oh, Mr. Magnitude. I don't watch these videos. No, I don't watch. They're too negative. They're just negative, jealous haters. And Josh, yeah, you commented, but you delete your comments after because you don't want your fans to see what really you're like in terms of your persona, because you're such a loving and caring guy. Would you give any, you know, ad hominem? No. Would you fuck? You're just so nice. Just so nice with that titty bar out there. Oh, Jesus, the public persona that you guys have to put on. I'm so glad I don't have to do that. I can just be me. I'm me. If I want to say fuck, fuckity, fuck, 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 I can, because I'm real. You guys are so fake and staged, it's just something else. But I love you for it.
The majority of the time. But the debunking Huff video, is out there and it's been shown, you know, a lot of people have seen it and they'll base their Huff is fake on just that video. And I say it's one of the stupidest things. First of all, let me explain something to you. Just like Steve did, the apps are made by other people. They're supposed to put frenetic sounds in there. They're supposed to be non-word sounds. Foo, she, you know, these different.
Do that again. Ooh, she, fa. That's brilliant. I like that. I like that a lot. Ooh, she. Now you try and make a serious point. I'm sorry. You try and make a serious point, which I'm going to debunk in a second.
What should be in a bank. We don't like using banks a lot because there's a lot of repeated type of stuff. We like the scanning of radio or the scanning of internet radio stations because it's random and we have less control over those stations, so we don't know, which is good. And so there's more sound. There is definitely going to be senseless responses coming through, which is just going to be, you know, sound bites coming through from the radio. But when we say my name, or I ask a question, you ask a question, and they answer us, that is amazing. That is undeniable. Yet people will say, listen, I don't know what that guy's doing. He could be laying in sound samples in his editing program.
Yeah.
Do you know how much work? Do you know how much work that would have to take to do this? To fake that kind of stuff?
And I like to tell people, if I was faking this for all these years, my videos would be way better than they are, you know.
Oh, shit.
Do you know how hard it is to do that? To layer audio? It's so damn hard. It's so hard that Mr. Magnitude can do it right now. Hey, Oom, would you like to say something? The problem with Oom right now, he's actually in hell at this moment. And in hell, the oxygen's a little bit sort of thinner. So it might sound like his balls haven't dropped. But Oom, say hello for me.
Oh, shut up, Magnitude. You're such a puffy wanker.
Oh, there you go, guys.
Bag.
Layering
Playing all the
audio.
fantasy, by the way.
Fucking hard as fuck.
Shit.
Because, and I wouldn't waste my time, because I wouldn't waste my time to fake this kind of thing for so many years to, in turn, earn less of an income than I used to before I started doing this.
Literally makes no sense. If faking or not, right, doesn't earn you less of an income. If anything, like, if your faking is working and convincing people, you're going to earn more of an income. So that makes absolutely no sense, Huff.
doing this. Also a disclaimer with apps we were talking about, or I was talking about apps that may have words programmed into them. Now they're fine. I wouldn't recommend those apps for newbies because you'll hear something and think it's spirit when it might not be. But when we're using apps like that, we might hear the banks or words, but when spirits truly connect, they kind of take over, and you're no longer hearing the banks. They're using that audio source to form the words. But still, I would say to app makers, try to make the apps without scary music, scary sounds, scary words, relevant words to haunting or ghosts, anything like that. Keep that out. As a matter
When it comes to SCD2, certainly keep the paranormal radio stations and UFO stations on there. Definitely, because that makes my life a lot more easier when I got those words coming through. Or I could just use the bank taps, the banks in SCD2 to add what I like. You know, that's even better.
As a matter of fact,
and so just to go back to that, so again with that video, you know, they have a clip of you asking a question and getting some response, and you tagged it and you thought it was a spirit. And they went and found the sample somehow online or whatever, and they go, "Oh, he's busted. We got him." No,
it's in the app.
It was a simple response. The dude Steve tagged thinking it was a spirit, and he made a mistake. It's not. He wasn't doing it to be deceitful. That's why he's using different apps. He's trying every different thing. I try everything that you try and other things.
Yeah.
And some things I have great success with.
That's another case of picking and choosing.
I buy that, but there's one problem, and this is what I'm on about. This is what has been leading up to with that thing about, well, I didn't know, you know, it's about. Why didn't you retract the video then? Or put a video out explaining you messed up? Why didn't you do that? And more importantly, because it was the "you've been chosen" thing, right? Because that was just a great line. My God, spirits have chosen me. That is a perfect narrative. More importantly, why did you run with that narrative? Because you stayed with that narrative. You still continue that narrative probably today. I don't know. I don't know. You sort of dropped off of it, but for a good year, you ran with that fucking narrative. That's the problem. If you retracted that video, or put a video up and saying, "Go look, I fucked up. I thought it was spirit and it's not," you know. But no, you ran with it. Plus, you're involved with the active event, like I said, map paint. But, you know, pretend that it's not a thing. Do you see the problem now? Do you? You're dishonest as fuck. You're shady and you're dishonest. And that's why no one who actually understands anything about this believes anything you do. Even if you do capture some genuine EVPs on the DR60. Or you do one day decide, I know, I'm going to fucking do a genuine session. Josh, not so much. He's just naive and doesn't understand what actually constitutes as evidence in terms of fucking it up by doing jump cuts left, right, centre. Or thinking, I'm not doing very well on my PSP7, so yeah, let's just get out the decorate guitar amp. Oh, we're on easy street now. Yeah, they're all talking now. Jesus Christ, you two. I just want to bang your heads together. No, joking. But that's the issue. I hope that makes sense, Josh. It probably did make sense. You know this. You both know this. But it's not good for your image, is it? Oh, look. Do I see a strike against my channel? Trying to shut me up? Yeah, lads. I wonder.
That I've never watched that video, but I know it's been out for quite a while.
Right.
They're not...
Bullshit! You watch that video, you watch every single video I expect that is a detractor against you. You certainly watch my videos. Stop lying! It's irritating. Just stop, just be honest. Yeah, I watched that video. It's wrong because such and such, or I feel it's such and such. But you're a liar.
They're not debunking, you know, the Panabox, right? Let me get that. So here's the Panabox. That's a radio.
Don't pull out a straw man argument. No, they're not debunking the spirit box, right? You're putting me in the same category as fucking full out skeptics. No, Steve, I'm not debunking the Panabox. Right? No, because that's a spirit box. I'm for the spirit box. I understand when real communication is coming through the spirit box and when it is not. Because I can throw away my sessions, like 19 out of 20 of them, and keep the ones that are fucking decent. Well, I upload them no matter what, to show people that this thing is not a telephone to the dead. No matter how in touch with the spirits and chosen you are, so to say. What a fucking straw man.
Radio. You've shown direct answers, clear, with this device.
I had a conversation with the spirit with that thing, pretty much.
And that proves that what we do is real.
No, it doesn't prove what you do is real. The spirit box is real, but you guys just totally misrepresent it. You misrepresent about its effectiveness and the chances of back and forth communication and whatnot, unfortunately, you know. But that doesn't prove that you're real just because of that, you know. Especially Steve with his layering of audio, as, you know, just showing you it's not hard at all, Steve. Don't give me that bollocks. It's really hard to... In fact, your Epstein one that I showed earlier, I actually bet, I want to bet a wager. I bet my settee here, it's a lovely settee, it's leather, that entire video is full layered audio. I reckon he took the video to it, and I'm sure he's talking to Debbie in the background very often and whatnot, and then he did the audio after. I just get the vibe about that video. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was all his sessions like that, but I just, yeah.
Yeah, we might have one or two times where an a word from a bank says something and we think it's a spirit reply, but like you said, we're not doing that out of trying to deceive anyone, that we think it's a spirit reply.
That's it.
And it doesn't take away from the replies we do get.
On multiple different devices.
Yes, because I can use this radio, I can use the SCD2, I can use whatever, and lately I'll still get them talking about light, love, God, you know. And I was like, when I first started getting them asking about God and all this stuff, angels and Jesus, I was like, maybe it's this app. But then I started getting it through the radio, you know, so that tells me that's what these spirits are talking about. I mean,
it happens in every session. You know, I just posted my Cameron voice session, and it was only really a 10-minute little deal, okay? But I say in this video, and I'm like, this is unbelievable. I'm like, I use 4 different pieces of equipment. I use the DR60, I use the Panabox, I use the portal with the SCD2, and then I use the portal with his interview in reverse, which is a big controversial situation there. Okay.
Yeah, we should talk about that a little bit.
We will. But you know, I want to have time. I don't want to go too long because I want to leave us time to do a session. But we can sit and talk like this for hours. That's the thing. We can sit and talk about all of this, and we have wonderful information that we've all experienced. And I love to share it with people, and you love to share it with people. And it's great when we can get together and do it.
Oh, you guys make my head hurt. I bet you could. I bet you could talk and do this propaganda video for hours and hours. I bet you, actually, Josh has got a load of notes there in front of him, like each subject ticked off about what he wants to talk about and what they want to address and how they're going to address the certain issues, how they're going to dodge certain issues. I bet you he's got a piece of paper there, or Huff has, or whoever decided thought this is a good idea, you know. Anyway, guys, this is another step. You might see me in a different area again because I have to do this video in increments because I just can't cope with doing this video in one long thing. It hurts, but this is one of the longest videos I've ever done, especially on a Huff video. But I just want to get the best replies. So each time, best replies, talking like I'm doing a spirit box session. Best responses to their propaganda here. You know, I want to get it perfect. What I want to say in response to their damage control, because this whole video is based on me pretty much, and probably a few others, but mainly they're talking about me, you know, being a detractor. They're trying to lump me in as someone who doesn't know what they're talking about, or I'm a complete skeptic. I'm stupid. What do I know about their deep level? I just don't understand. And next up, what they're going to talk about, I'm going to blow them out of the water, because they're going to talk about that bloody backwards, playing a video backwards, fucking flawed method. It's just another bow added as to why you should buy a Wonderbox, because you could do this method.
don't do that method. Well, you can, because you can actually prove or disprove very easy. So go ahead and do it. But you know, those guys ain't going to do that, are they? You know, oh, that sounds like a word. It sounded like heaven. That must be spirit communication, because, you know, right. I feel like I'm ending the video, but I know to you this is just going to be a jump cut. We're just going to continue on. But for me, I'm off to bed. This is a second attempt at finishing this video. Look, that's all my timestamps. This is a long one, guys. If you're going through this, Magnitude, just shut up. I want to get to the next clip. You're making me ill. I'm going. I'll see you in the next clip. Literally, jump cut away. Gee, you made it to the end of the video. Well, that's part 2 done. Clearly, there's going to be a part 3. Yeah, the video to end all videos. Jesus Christ. Just want to say thank you very much for all your kind support out there. You're absolutely amazing. You've kept this family going, and like I say, you've given us a better life now as well. If there ever was a video you're ever going to tip on, though, it's this series. Jesus Christ. Part 3 is coming, obviously, but you just give me time. It takes a lot of time to do these, and a lot of patience, a lot of frustration. Oh, shit, gee. Can I help you? Would you like to say goodbye to Furtless?
Bye.
Take care, Furtless. I'll see you real soon. Thank you for everything now, okay? Much appreciated. Oh, I had to bath in bleach after doing Huff Paranormal. Oh, damage control response video part 1 and part 2 for this. It took oh man, I may have gotten a really bad illness over this. This is not good. But it's done now. It's over. I mean, I spoke about the app, you know, where he got busted faking his stuff with just 2 MP3 files, right? It's over. I'm done. I'm free. I can just move on now, can't I?
Not so fast, Mr. Magnitude.
What?
You know what? You have forgotten about
no.
the video, playing backwards video. You need to do a part 3.
What do you mean I've forgotten?
A part 3. You've forgotten it all. Yeah, part 3.
Part
Get out there and
3?
do it now, cunt.
Part 3 then.
Out of this house! Out of this house! Spirits be gone from this house.
Okay, fellas, now I'm much put back together. Oh boy. Part 3. Why at part 3 even? As you know, I actually have like 80 odd Huff videos. Why this particular response series? Why this series, which isn't even in its own playlist? Well, if you don't know, I think you should watch part 1 and part 2 first, So go to the description, they are lengthy videos, sit down, get comfy, get the popcorn, and if you are a Huff supporter and subscriber, I really want you to watch those videos. Even if you don't agree afterwards, open your mind, okay, and just see. Maybe I got a point, maybe I haven't, you know. Don't be a blind believer because the man is so nice. Love and light, and all that marketing spiel, because that's what it is, marketing spiel. I'm telling you now, love is not the key to get decent spirit contact. It's a lovely sentiment by all accounts, but it's not gonna grasp it. It doesn't work like that. Do you notice every single session that he puts up, every single one is like flawless? Does that not ring any alarm bells with you? I've gone through this in part 1 and part 2 anyway, so there's no point me waffling on about that. But why part 3 and why this particular series was the question, right? Well, the reason was, they obviously, him and Josh, because I've done Josh as well plenty of times, okay? He's not quite as bad as Huff, he's just fucking naive and stupid, but that's another story. I think he purposely knows it as well, but I knew it. But yeah, basically, they did a response video to me. It was aimed at me. Not just me, there are probably other channels too, but aimed at detractors. And the idea was to dispel the myths, keep the, the followers believing what they're saying. And the fact is, all the issues that people like me have raised about their practices, about their spirit communication, and why it's not evidence of contact whatsoever, and they're just Huff commercials trying to get you to buy a useless, I don't even call it a device, it is a guitar amp, okay? It is nothing more than a guitar amp with decoration. Oh, but I don't know what I'm talking about, right? I don't know anything about ITC, right? No, wrong. I don't know everything about ITC, of course not. We're all learning, it's a new thing, but I understand the fundamentals of the damn thing, what the point of it is, and they're missing the point when you do this. The idea is just to keep you fooled and stupid, and hey, you're the victim, you're the mark, fall for up to, I say up to, because you can get cheap ones, but even so, between $2,000 and $4,000 for a piece of guitar amp worth a couple of £100. What, because you spray painted it? Put some crystals on it? Do you think it would work any better with that stuff on it or without it? It's not even a spirit box, it's a fucking speaker. But this is my point, okay? I know you're pretty triggered right now. This response was like damage control, and they didn't answer any of their questions at all. They just steered and dodged and everything. And so much so, it's a 40-minute long video. Part 1 was like 50 odd minutes, part 2 is 40 odd minutes, right? And I've only got 17 minutes in. I had so much to say because I wanted to get every issue I've raised with their response video crammed into this one series. So you don't have to watch 80 videos. I mean, you can if you want as a playlist, but bleh. And I am sick and bored doing Huff videos. I honestly am. And yes, I know they're my most watched. I'd rather it be my Spirit Box session because I've captured some phenomenal things. The difference between him and I'm real. I'll upload. Even if my session is fucking wank. And the difference is, there ain't no jump cuts on mine. What you hear is what you get. I don't have subtitles guiding you. Sometimes someone covers my stuff, but it's pretty clear and concise, and you don't need the subtitles to I go through all this, okay? I've got playlists, lessons in ITC. If you want to learn about this sort of stuff properly, arm yourself with actual knowledge as opposed to fucking bullshit marketing spiel, because all we want to do is sell you something at the end of the day. Sure, give me some fucking shit because I shill on my channel for fucking support, and I've asked for help in the past plenty of times, and you can kick me and say I'm like somebody else who we know, that's fine. I ain't got a problem taking that type of criticism, but one thing you cannot say about me is none of my shit is unreal. None of it, okay? So please, without further ado, I'm going to go in part 3. We're not going to fuck about. We're going to go straight into it from where I left off from part 2. 17 minutes in, 22 minutes in, I don't know, I got it on a piece of paper. Let's do it. We'll have a bit of fun on the way as well, because the thing I haven't got up to is the backwards playing a video. What a bullshit technique. But as I said, I can show you how to validate that technique to prove that you've caught something if you're using that technique of playing a dead celebrity or any person's video, dead person's video, through a decorated guitar amp backwards, using the pedal to flip it backwards. And oh, that sounds like it's saying words. That's the thing called pareidolia. But I can prove to you why it's bullshit. And you can also use the technique by proving to you that if you've caught something, because as he runs on, in his own words, Not that he knows, it's just a theory, and it's a theory put by other people as well, so it's not really a bad theory, but spirits manipulate audio, allegedly. This is proven many times. Never gives you a citation, or a video, or a link to where it is proven, but in Huff's mind, put down your flag, declare victory, we're there. Groundbreaking, guys, groundbreaking. Once you've seen one Huff video, you've seen fucking all. I guess it's like one of my videos, you've seen one of my videos, you know. No, I'm actually evolving, and I'm trying to up. I'm trying to do my best. Okay? Get off the point. I ramble. I know. We're going to carry on from part 2 and we're going to hit this backward bit and ethics as well about, you know, a dead celebrity person, because, you know, these two jokers, it's sad, and people think they are, or Huff more than Josh. Josh just rides off his coattails. The face of ITC. No, they're not. They're turning ITC into a joke. No scientific community will ever take us seriously, and he knows that. And the thing that fucks me off the most about Huff, he knows how to do it properly. In the beginning, he was legit. I was a fan. I was there in the beginning. He was legit, and he got good stuff as well, you know. You can't always guarantee good stuff, but, you know, now he chose this route, yeah, it's more profitable. I do have an understanding, you know, he is a businessman, and a very good one at that, and he likes niche markets as well. Ones where there's no, you know, ombudsman referee. Before this, he used to sell rape porn. I know, shocking, blah, blah, blah. You know, you're probably going to turn off now and don't believe me, I'm just talking shit. No, go look it up. He did. But there's no financial ombudsman for that sort of thing. So how many people do you think returned their rape porn DVD and put their name to that? Probably none. So every sale was a guaranteed sale. Hence these decorated guitar amps. There is no returns policy. Once you've given him your money and you get it, you're not allowed to return it. Even if you're like, hang on, I've worked it out. This is a crock of shit. Tough. What people do after that is they then go to eBay and sell it on themselves using his same lingo, his same marketing shite. Load of 200% positivity, guys. You know, to sell it on and ergo, you know, recuperate some of that cash and some other muck, and it goes on and on and on, and it makes us all look like fucking dickheads. Because the thing is, anyone who watches my videos and sees the content I get, not just me, other people as well who have got better shit than me. There are other people who've got better stuff than me by a long shot out there, I know there is, right? The stuff I have got, will look at mine and say, ah, it's fake. Because they don't understand. They know his is fake, and it's obvious why it's fake, but mine's just, everyone's just going to deem mine fake because we're all untrustworthy thanks to him. When the difference is, all I've done is press record on my camera, and that's it. It's clear as day. Radio doesn't broadcast the words I get, not for shit, especially not in the UK. No, it doesn't. Anyway, without further ado, I'm sorry I can't on, but I get very passionate about this, and I'm hoping, you know, whether there be a part 4, I don't know, depends how far I get into it. But after, what I'm trying to say is, after this response video, I'm probably going to leave Huff for dust. I've done him enough, I've exposed him enough. I have exposed others as well, and before anyone goes, oh, Huff is just the only thing on your channel. Is it? Is it really? 900 plus videos, and 83 of them, or 85 of them, whatever the fuck it is, that's 10%. Yes, they're the most viewed, I know. Can't help what people want to watch, though. Okay? But yeah, I want to leave it. It makes me ill, I feel like, sick. You know, he does the same shit different day. And the only time I'll probably cover him again is when he comes up with his ridiculous claims that are just laughable. But he's dying in water, man, pretty much. You know, million subs and then sometimes struggles to get 30k views at times. That's a worse ratio than this channel, right, from subs to views. Not good. The only time he does really well is when, oh, our Celebrity Dead session, we'll come to that, won't we? Anyway, without further ado, here we go. Much love, guys.
You love to share it with people, and it's great when we can get together and do it. But I asked for Cameron on the DR60, and I don't think I got him. I think I got a guide speaking, but they say his name. Okay, so Cameron's name is now set on the DR60. Now I move over to the panel box, which is over there. I have the panel box on, and he says my name, Josh. He says his name, Cameron, and then he says my life. And it sounds like his voice, which wouldn't be coming through the radio. My name wouldn't be coming through the radio. His name wouldn't be coming through the radio. Exactly. Okay, so now we have 2 devices with the name Cameron that just came through within 10 minutes of its time.
I have to check that session, what Josh is talking about there, because I don't know how clear that is. Because a lot of the time with Josh's sessions, I have studied Josh's sessions and just my S's. Josh tried to strike my channel down, in fact, because he couldn't take any form of criticism. I went over his one about, he did a session about XXXTentacion, Mac Miller and Tupac, and they all came through at once to have a fucking la-di-da sing and talk to Dog Josh, because, you know. And I went through the session, okay, and you took away the subtitles, right? Not much of it sounded like what he was putting. It's forced, really forced, okay? Now, I know some people will accept that as communication. Fine. If that's your level of what you accept, fine. I don't. I just don't. I would throw it away. Or I'd upload it anyway. I'll upload it anyway to show you guys what the spirit box is really like. It is not a telephone to the dead. It doesn't always work, you know? So, like I said, you know, I'd probably throw that out or upload and say shit session, guys, shit session. But he doesn't. He, you know, like, yeah, this is, you know, wow, it said this, that, and the other. So he's on about 2 devices so far that, you know, have been, I bet you, I mean, they're probably, you know, you could have a really banging session, but there's no link in the description or anything to show you. You just got to take his word for it. I'm sure fans of his will be able to point to what session it is. But yeah. Go check out that session and see what I mean or not. Maybe it's a belter, but I highly doubt it. I bet it's forced as hell. And, you know, because you can't have a shit session, can you, Josh? Or Huff especially. Well, Huff will never have a shit session because he's in control. But that means Josh has to up his game and really fucking force those annotations coming through, you know? He will not have a bad one. But, yeah. So what we got? 2 devices. It said this, that, and the other. Josh possibly couldn't come on the radio. I mean, there's only one person called Josh in the world, right? Chances are as well, you know. Whatever, you know. So, but what's the third thing he's going to move to? Can you guess what device he's going to move to for validation?
Turn on the SCD2, responses about him. I'm asking questions. They're answering me about him.
Yep.
Now I go to his interview. I'm taking his voice, right? This is your technique. This is not something I created. You tried this. You came up with this. You take an interview of the person, you pipe it in through the box, you add a little reverb, so you get a little echo to it, right? And you turn on the reverse pedal, which is now going to take all of that forward-moving speech and it's going to reverse it, so it's going to sound like gibberish.
Wait for it. Wait for it, because I want to know. I really want to know this. Like, I know Josh, I know Huff watches these videos. I know they do, right? Josh, I'm addressing you personally now. After I've explained to you why this technique is a hunk of shit, although you could, if you have something, validate it, but you won't. I know you won't. You won't do what I'm going to suggest in a minute. But I wonder if you'll understand after I have explained it in layman's terms, just like you speak to your audience and treat them as stupid people. Be careful, Mr. Order. Yeah. I wonder if you understand why that technique that Huff come up with, because you don't want to get any credit for that, do you? You don't. Good, Josh. You do not want to take credit for that fucking crap idea. If Huff could just think past, rather than just in front of his nose, he would see why it's a shit idea, but he's a great businessman and stuff, but he's not the most brightest when it comes to these things. Or maybe he knows exactly what's what, you know. He's so deceitful and deceptive, it's tricky, you know. But Josh, I'm going to listen to you speak, and then I'm going to explain it in real fucking layman's terms. And I dare you to comment below and see if you understand where I'm coming from, okay? Civilly. I'm not going to, call you names or anything. I never call you names anyway. You do on me, like, gloating when my channel got taken down by you. Oh, you're gloating away. And then you deleted those comments, didn't you? Because you don't want your fans to see what you're really like. Because you got to put on a persona, as I said in my last video. I'm so glad I can be me. I don't have to be fake as fuck. But, seriously, right? I want you to comment after you watched it and tell me if you understand why this technique is false. It is rubbish. It is. Don't use it. Unless you're going to do what I'm about to suggest. Because that way you could prove either way if you got nothing or if you got something. Because if you got something, spirits manipulate audio. Prove them because Huff said so. Let's see. Wages, everybody.
And the idea is that not everything is going to come through is going to be him, but we're inspiring him. We're hopefully hoping that he is going to, use his voice. And when we capture a response, whether it's him or them or another spirit or not, we don't know that. We don't know that, right? We can't say for sure it's definitely that person. But when they answer it and it's a coherent message coming out of gibberish, that is undeniable.
Josh, here we go. Undeniable, eh? Because you're hearing zip, zip, zippity bop bop boop boop boop, right? In backwards, because that's what it sort of sounds like, right? And then suddenly it goes, I am dead. Guys, he just said he's dead. Did you hear that? And it was clear. It was clear. That's important, right? I'm not talking about forcing your annotations like you usually do, Josh. I'm being genuine. He said, I am dead. And nobody could deny that that's what was heard, what was said. Do you get me, Josh? So I'm giving you the ball in your court right now. Okay? Undeniable. This is what you got to do after. And if you don't, you are deceitful as fuck. Especially after you know about this, okay? So, what you do is you record your session, okay? Your backwards box session. You put your video into your decorated guitar amp. It's flipped it to backwards. So coming out is backwards. But in the middle of this session, it said, I am dead, nice and clearly, so all can hear it. Mr. Magnitude even puts his hand up and goes, yep, I hear that nice and clearly, okay? And he's a hard one to please. What you do now is you take your recording of that session and you now play that session, that recording, backwards. With me so far? I'm doing it very simple, just like how you explain to your audience. So simple. Stick with me, Josh. I know it's difficult. Do your session. Record it. Once it's recorded, because you heard it said I am dead, you then play your recorded version backwards. What that does now flips it the other way, so it now goes forwards, right? Right. How do spirits communicate, or how does it work, Spirit Box, Josh? What's the ethos you and Huff go on, and other people too, and maybe even me to some degree? Spirits manipulate audio, don't they? Yeah? Your words, his words, proven by nobody, but whatever, yeah? So, Josh, if spirits manipulate audio, tell me, when you've played your session backwards, so it's now coming forwards, does it match the original video? Not going backwards. So play the original video as it is, as you would play it on YouTube. Play it next to your recorded session. Does it match it? Neck for neck for neck for neck. Exactly the same. Because if it matches it, and I don't know if your head's going to be able to understand this, and like, or maybe a penny will drop and go, oh my god, I've been so fucking stupid. Alright, I got it. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay. Dude knows what he's talking about. Or maybe you'll be mad and angry and stamp your feet because you can't deal with any criticism whatsoever, like a little man-child. You tell me. But if it matches, no spirit manipulation has taken place. Ergo, that means no spirit communication happened. Okay? Nothing happened. The I am dead bit was just pareidolia. It just so happened to sound like that. Because if you play that video again through the decorated guitar amp, you will get I am dead again. I am dead. You'll get it again and again and again. That's not spirit communication. That was just on the video that you're playing backwards. Is that starting to make sense? However, this is why that technique is utter shite. Alright? However, you could prove, hear me out, that you have captured something legit because spirits manipulate audio because Huff said so. Yeah, whatever. Right? Because if, when you play your recorded session backwards so it now goes forwards and you're cross-referencing it against the original video, it's different somehow. It's different. Something's changed. Something's different. Something's noticeably different. Remember, you're putting it through a decorated guitar amp, loads of reverb and shit. It will be a bit like fucked up, but you know what I'm trying to say. It sounds like it's been pulled or changed. Yeah. You've got something. Something has manipulated that audio and tried to talk to you somewhere, something. And the way to test that is to play the video again through your decorated guitar amp and see if it comes up again. If the I'm dead comes up again and again and again, then it's probably not. This technique is no good really. It's crap. I wouldn't trust it. And the only way I trust it is do what I just said then. It's quite simple. It's not a hard process. You do your session, and afterwards you just play your recorded version backwards and check it against the original video. What's that, 5 extra minutes? If you can't do that to prove to your viewers that what you're doing is not, passing off just parody, just something that's embedded in that video as communication, in other words, lying to your audience outright, then you're a scumbag. A full-on scumbag. You know what I mean? Because you're misleading your audience. Because I bet you'll use that video technique over and over again, because it's easy street. It's easy to force words out of that sort of stuff. It really, really is, you know? So yeah, if none of that made sense, Josh, it will. No, I'm putting it. Of course, you've got to understand what I'm saying, mate. But if in chance time, just play this segment over and over again until the penny drops. Okay, it's fucking simple. It really fucking is. Oh man, there, we've done it. Backward video. And every time a celebrity session dies, Huff does that shit because he knows he can just, annotate one to go, oh yeah, that's Epstein, that's fucking, what's the name from the Cranberries? Oh yeah. Because at the end of the day, Josh, well, we're going to come to this anyway when it comes to celebrities wanting to visit you guys. Really? Fuck off.
Deniable.
Totally. And that method is controversial. And I think it's because some people don't truly understand it. And
Excuse me, the fuck did you just say?
Sorry, say that again, Huff. That little section there.
Deniable.
Totally. And that method is controversial. And I think it's because some people don't truly understand it. And
No. We don't understand it. No. This is the point, Huff. I don't think you understand it. I don't think you get it. I really hope you watch this video, and I hope the penny drops to you, because the thing is with you, Huff, you can never admit when you're wrong. Like the app thing on part 2, like, oh, it's just the app, I didn't know, Why didn't you do a retraction video? Why didn't you explain after? Even though you're involved with that app, you knew there's 2 MP3 files on there only and they're rigged, man. You fucking knew it. But why didn't you just... no, Huff, they can't be wrong. Do you know why you can't be wrong? Because nothing can damage sales, nothing can damage your image. Any comments that are on your channel that put you in an ever so bad light, even if they're just questions, and they're nicely and politely asked, if you think, shit, I can make you look out, deleted, blocked. So all that's left on your page looks like a fucking cult followership. Huff's amazing, Huff's great, no ways of suggestion, no, nothing. It reads like a sickly, but I guess that's marketing for you. But don't you dare say that we don't understand it, because we fucking do. And that's why we've got a problem with it, because we understand it, and why it's such a stupid technique. Although I've just shown you a way to validate each way. Now I wonder what you'll do with that. Will you try and be clever, and when you validating it, not that you'll give me any credit for doing that. Nah, you have nothing to do with me, mate. You only even tried magnitude mode. I was aimed at Josh. You won't even try magnitude, will you, pussy? Try it, Josh. Even if you don't upload anything, try it, mate. Got a Rev 3, SB7? Josh, try magnitude mode. Tell me what you think. Come on. Step into the light. Stop being with the fake Satan guy over there. We're the light. We're real light. The truth. That's the thing, you see. People equate the light with the truth. They're 2 separate things. Even though I've just said like they're both together. But hey, I'm doing marketing spiel like Huff. I just make it up as I go along. Perfect. And that's how you do it, guys. Hashtag love is the key. Fuck.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Understand it. And I've tried to explain
manipulation of audio, you mean?
Yeah, well, that, and people automatically assume, oh, you're using an interview, so yeah, it's going to be whatever's in the interview.
Yeah, kind of. But do you remember a certain little pump? No, not little pump. Little. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really behind my rappers. Little guy. I'm gonna be kicked in the ass so hard. Died not long ago, and you jumped on it like this kid would ever hang out with you, Huff, ever. But you were found to just use his interview and create his gospel. She flipped it back, took your session, if you like, and then she played it backwards to make it go forwards. She did the work I suggested, in effect, what you should do in your session, and proved that there's no spirit manipulation going on there, Huff. ergo busted. Everyone thinks, oh, he's fake again. You know, you don't help yourself on that one. It's only like the people who don't understand or have just found you, or diehards who just refuse to believe it. He's such a nice man. Yeah, you're nice. I'm sure you're very nice to your Patreons and that. You've got to be nice to your customers. You know, if you're not nice to your customers, you lose them anyway. But you know what I'm trying to say, yeah? I'm going to put that right in here, actually. Let's watch Huff. Someone else doing what Huff should do when using that backward video technique. Here you are, Josh. You have a look. This is what you're meant to do at the end of your session. And oh look, at the end of this video, there is no spirit manipulation going on because it matches the interview completely. Ergo, no spirit communication happened because no manipulation happened. Comprende? Here we go.
Can we talk? I know it's hard. This is going to be a weird question. But did you like the Easter candy Peeps? I know one of your album covers had a peep on it.
It's literally like a fucking weird thing. It's literally like a fucking weird thing. Because you can't kill energy, you know what I mean? Energy doesn't die. It's literally like a fucking weird thing that like leaves your brain when you die, like a... That like there's almost like a sober me inside of the fucked up me, just being like, you're fine, bro, like, and everyone else is freaking out around me. Just unrelenting it. Yeah, bro, man, I'll freak.
Is there anything you'd like to say?
You're fine, bro, like, and everyone else is freaking. You're fine, bro, like, and everyone else is free. You're fine, bro, like, and everyone else is free.
That's interesting because as if you miss that.
So, no, definitely not. And I feel the presence of a lot of... No, definitely not. And I feel the presence of a lot of people who have passed away too. No, definitely not. And I feel the presence of a lot of people who have passed away too. And like just like floats out into like, you know, the atmosphere and whatever the fuck. So no, definitely not. And I feel the presence of a lot of people who have passed away too.
Not Little Pump, Little P. Sorry, no disrespect meant for Little Peep fans out there. Rest in peace, very young kid. You know, he's a young kid. You know what I mean? So, and then cunts like that come along and just, wow, Huff. But, can you imagine Little Peep hanging around with Huff or have anything to do with him in life? It just, you know, we're going to get to that, But that's how you do it, Josh, yeah? Take your session, play your session what you caught backwards, and see if any manipulation is going on. As clear as none. And of course, we don't understand it, do we, Huff? We don't get it. We don't understand. We're just haters, just jealous haters. Ain't got a clue what they're talking about. Idiots.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The key is, as you said, that reverse pedal. It truly reverses the audio. And as you know, when we use this method for a celebrity session or what have you, you'll ask a question, you might just hear gibberish. Like you said, they're not going to talk every time. And also, you don't know until you review the evidence, as we've talked about many times.
The problem, you don't review the evidence, do you? You just bang it out there. Oh, that said, look, listen to what I said, I'm dead or whatever. Nah, man. Now I've shown you how to review it. Now, Josh, I've shown you, buddy. I've shown you how to review it. Will you do it? I'm going to watch your channel. Next time you do that shit technique, I'm going to watch to see if you do what I do. If you do you know what? If you do, okay, I'll do a video and go, Josh took my advice. He's going to use that technique still. I don't really agree with it, but he's going to use it. But he is going to cross-reference it. Because you never know. It's not that Spirit can't do that. We don't know what Spirit can do, okay? So maybe Spirit can use that method. I'm not saying they can't. What I'm saying is, you open yourself up so easily to just pass off. Because it's not the paranormal, you guys, anymore, is it? It's normal. Just normal. Because you don't understand what the word paranormal even fucking means anymore. Alright? So, please, Josh, I beg you, don't follow Idiot. He'll never change. But if you want to have just a modicum of decorum, just a little bit of legitimacy left in you, because you don't literally layer your audio like Huff does. I know you don't believe he does, but come on, Josh. It's time to actually look deep within. Look deep down, buddy. Look inside. You know it, I know it. You want to ride off his coattails, I understand that, because, you know, without him, would you have half the amount of subscribers? Views, whatever, interest in you? Probably. That's okay, I get that, you know? I mean, look, if I didn't cover Huff myself, well, A, I wouldn't even have a channel, because I only did it because I was so fucking furious, like, you know, making a paranormal a joke when someone like myself, who was a complete skeptic, didn't believe in any of this, and I was privileged to see such events happen in front of my very eyes, you know. I was very lucky, because if I hadn't seen that, I'd still be a skeptic to this day. And this idiot, who knows it's real and has captured real things, decides to do this shit, so I was angry. But my point is, no, I probably wouldn't have as many subscribers either without him. Everybody has a place and a purpose, you know? So, you know, some could say Huff's done good if you like my content. If you hate my content, then, oh dear, blame Huff.
We've talked about many times. But when you go into the review and you hear all of a sudden one of the questions you asked is forward, and a good example I'll give is my Stan Lee session. I did used an interview with him, and I love the part where I asked him about something about the Incredible Hulk, and his answer was pretty clear to me, Bill Bixby, or no, I said Bill Bixby, that's right. I asked about Bill Bixby, and he said Bruce Banner.
Fucking random, and, you know, trying to connect the dots in desperation to call it a session. Can you get, Huff? Yeah, a random word. And it sounded like, I want to know, I'd love to see that session, and I'd love to see that interview, and I'd love to cross-reference it with the technique I've just said, and then let's see, Huff, like, if any contact actually happened there. Let us see.
And he said Bruce Banner, which is the character Bill Bixby played, Bruce Banner, Hulk, right? So that was undeniable because it was a reversed audio interview. And
undeniably stupid because you don't understand, do you? You just had no clue. Yeah, you know, I used to think maybe you do know, maybe you don't know. No, you don't know. You don't get it, Huff, do you? It's just like straight over your head. And anyone who explains it to you, jealous hater, you don't understand. Fuck it out, idiot.
Spirits take that audio and they manipulate it. They change it. They use it to form words when and if and only if you had established a connection.
See, when you've established a connection. So when did you establish a connection with Stan Lee? You know, in life, did you know him? No. Did you ever meet him in life? Did you? Maybe you got an autograph signed with him or something, I don't know, always years ago. Yeah, because like all these other celebrities, I don't see how you got a connection with these people in the fucking slightest. You haven't. So, why would these people come to you, man? Why would they? There's no I'm never going to come to you. I mean, I'm not a celebrity, obviously, but imagine if I died. Actually, I might come to you now, I know you, but, you know, if I didn't know who you were and I died, and, you know, famous or not, and you tried fucking calling out to me or whatever, I'm confused, I've just died, what the fuck is going on? You know, maybe I'm earthbound. I mean, again, we're talking about things that we don't really know, we're only speculating, read between the lines, you know. You know my views on all this stuff, you know, I'm very careful. We don't know anything. The only proof we have, the only absolutes in all of this, is something is of intelligence and it's answering back. That is the only absolute. Everything else is just speculation, trying to read between the lines, beliefs, stuff like that. But there is something of intelligence out there, and it's trying to answer back, or it can do shit, you know. But yeah, that's a different tangent. Shut up, Magnitude, and carry on.
Like, we have bad sessions too, where we try to record things and we really don't get much.
When have you ever uploaded a session that isn't amazing? When? Well, you upload like twice a week or whatever, or 3 times a week sometimes, or maybe once a week, you know. Regularly upload. Every single one that is up there has something that, you know, from someone who doesn't understand any of this, be like, wow, wow, wow. Everyone is deemed contact. Everyone is deemed successful contact. When you've ever uploaded something that's, nah, bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. You said that for my benefit, I swear to God.
Things, and we really don't get much. The connection's not as strong at that moment. So yeah, it's a controversial method, but I think it's an amazing method because
just explained, it's a false method. It's rubbish. Don't do it, guys, unless you're going to do what I've just explained earlier. Okay, don't do it. It's rubbish. It's crap. It's a way to get on easy street, to fool yourself, to fool your subscribers. Oh look, yeah, this celebrity who doesn't know me in life is talking back to me because, you know, I asked a question and in that backward spiel it sounded like it was answering me because it was really clear and I'm here. Oh wow. Hey Michael Jackson, have you got any last words you want to give to your fans? Something really important that you want to say to your fans? A really important message to your fans. Oh, Michael Jackson, that's pretty profound. So, the only message you had was to say that you were back again with Huff. Not that you're alright, or any loved ones, or any... What about Huff? How long have you known Huff for, Michael Jackson? How long have you known him for? See what I mean? Grab that interview, flip it back round, let's see if there's any manipulation going on, because I bet there's not, you shyster.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because it does give them their own voice back. It gives that spirit, if they're there and wanting to talk.
Wanting to.
Yeah, the opportunity to use their old voice.
And I'm going to keep rolling on this. I'm just going to keep on ping-ponging here because, again...
You keep ping-ponging, John. You keep ping-ponging, and I'll come in like a third batsman and bat you both out of the frickin' court.
Excuse me, what?
Because again, the controversy of contacting someone right after dying, let's just state this right now and publicly right now, Steve and I are both saying that when we both pass on, please try and contact us. We don't have to come through for you if we don't want to. You are not dragging us by our necks to the box and making me speak. I don't want to speak to you if I don't want to, but I'm most likely going to want to try to come through, right? So I go to someone's door, I knock on their door. I mean, they don't have to answer the door. They don't have to speak to me. They have to politely listen. I'm not in the mood. Thank you. Goodbye. And we've gotten that before. We've gotten someone say, I don't want to use this, or I'm not, you know, I'm good. Thank you, or whatever. That's all we're doing. This idea, this taboo about death, it's so gloomy, it's so bad. I understand there's the separation. We're going to miss the loved one or the person from this dimension, but they're not dead, right? They're not dead. They're on the other side. And a lot of times, because this is not done in a lot of places, this is not something that's widely done, that they do want to speak and say at least something. There is a message to a loved one. There is a message to the fans or to whatever. So we're going to keep trying. And then within the first 48 hours, which is a statement that you made that I truly believe is one of the best times to get a hold of them.
Right. Okay. Let's address this celebrity fucking spirit box session death thing, you know. Right. Okay. So your guys' argument is, well, what happens if they want to speak? They don't have to speak. If they don't want to speak, they'll say, I don't want to speak. You know, and if we die, we want you to do it to us. Okay, fine. You've openly stated that you want us to do it to you. I'm sure that'll happen. I'm sure loads of your fans will do it and you're okay with that. That's fine. But did you consider anybody else in this celebrity thing? There's one group of people you didn't consider. You were considering the celebrity itself. Maybe they want to speak. Maybe they do. But the thing is, right, like I keep saying, why did that celebrity even go to you? Never knew you in life. They're going to be around their loved ones, I expect, assuming that's what happens, okay? We're just assuming here, because you guys have got all the answers, because you know, somehow. Don't know how, because you don't know shit, but, you know. But yeah, so they're going to be around their loved ones, and this is the people you are not considering. Because when you do these stupid celebrity sessions, that's somebody's brother. That's somebody's mother. That's somebody's lover. Do you know what I'm saying? That's somebody's son. Somebody's daughter. And you guys are cashing in on it. And don't tell me you don't, because your videos are monetized. That's the first thing. And obviously people will rush because it's all over the media. First of all, your sessions will be contaminated. Well, contaminating because you use fucking samples anyway, Huff. But if you're going to use the spirit box, if it's a really famous person, Paranormal X and fucking Stephen Hawking, please delete that video. It's embarrassing, but that's up to you. The name is going to be all over the radio. Wow, guys, it said his name. It must be here next to me right now. Yeah. No! It's all over the radio. That's the first thing. Secondly, you didn't think of a family. Imagine this, right? Picture this, Josh. Your newest... I think you had a daughter, didn't you? I'm not sure. Okay, so just... I don't know if you had a daughter or something, but just... They've grown up a bit. They're 20. Something really horrible happens to them. They die, okay, in a car crash. I really hope that doesn't happen, and I'm not trying to tempt fate or anything. Honestly, I'm not trying to dig myself away, but just I'm trying to get you to understand from their point of view, right? That's obviously going to really fuck you up in ways you're not going to understand, okay? And rightly so, yeah? So what happens? You go on a YouTube or whatever platform exists in the future, and some schmuck is there trying to get hold of your famous son, daughter, whatever, trying to ask them questions, and they believe they've got them come through. Hey, Josh's daughter's here, listen. Yeah, you're going to be thinking, my daughter's not fucking there, you freaking cretin. What the hell? This is disgusting. Monetized? Do you see what I'm saying? So here's a little resolve for you two, because I'm not saying don't do that. Mr. Magnitude says don't do celebrity sessions. You don't like him because he is the authority on everything. I got a suggestion, okay? A bit of peace in the middle, you know. Let's meet middle ground here, if you have any respect. But you won't do this because the views. Because you are in it for the money. You are, well, Huff, not so much Josh because you don't get enough views to make that sort of money. But, see, Huff sometimes struggles to get 30,000 views of 1 million subs at times. Not all the time, but sometimes. And that's not good with 1 million subs, right? But when he does celebrity sessions like XXXTentacion, I mean, how many times has he done XXXTentacion? Over and over and over again. Why did he do them over again? Why would he, you know, focus on that celebrity so much so? Especially as that is a celebrity that wouldn't be anywhere near Huff, man. He's a gangbanger. He don't even think Huff's cool or hang around with him. Is he fuck? He's going to think, yo, who's this cracker? What the hell? You know? Seriously, that's funny as fuck. But he kept doing it because it brought in views. Kept going and going and going and going and going. And when he saw that after like the 5th or 6th time, it sort of died off and got fed up with it a little bit, stopped doing it, you know? So, this is the idea from me. If money, it isn't about the money. If it's not about the money, it isn't about the views, right? And you do give a fuck about the relatives, which you don't. I know you don't. You don't even consider them, or I should have said. You know, you're trying to look for justification in what you do by saying the narrative that you're putting out, yeah? And putting yourself on a pedestal, well, you can do it to us, so it's okay, like, you know? And maybe they do have a message they want to get out, and no one's calling them, and they're stuck there going, oh my god, I can't get a message out! Oh my god, who will save me? Oh, Huff Paranormal, thank you! Thank you for guiding me to the light. Johnny Cash, saved him from hell, did you? You saved Johnny Cash from hell, did you? That backwards technique? Ah, you cringy bastard. Right, yeah, okay. This is what you do anyway. If you're going to do that, and I've suggested to other people who do this, it's a nice suggestion, I think you should do it, because it's not, remember, it's not about the money, is it? It's not about the views, is it? That's what you say. So this is what you do. You do your session 48 hours after they're gone because you believe that's when they're their strongest and all that shit. Fine, you do it, okay? But you don't release it. You wait a good amount of time, I don't know, 3 months, 6 months, when it's all blown over, it's all calmed down, and the relatives have time to go to a funeral, they've finished their grieving and all that shit, and they've moved on just a little bit. Then you publish it. You ain't going to get as many views because the hype's died down. But it's not about the money, is it? It's not about the money, is it? Right? Not about the money, not about the views, is it? Why don't you do that? It's just a suggestion, you two. As much as you hate me and I hate you, in terms of, not, I don't hate you personally or whatever, I'm sure you're very lovely family people, just like I am. But my point is, I don't like your practices at all. You're deceitful as hell, and you give out masses of misinformation, hence why I do these videos, okay? And you make us all look really stupid, and the scientific community will never take us seriously because of what you do, because they can debunk your shit in 10 seconds flat very easily, despite what you say. Well, I just did it for you. So, why don't you do that with us? If you want ethics on your side, and you do this, I don't care if you say, hey guys, I've come up with this idea. We're not going to do, because of a family, we thought about this, not Mr. Magnitude, he didn't think about this, we thought about this, but we're going to do celebrity sessions, but 3 months after they've gone, we'll upload them, okay, because we think about the fan, because we're love and light. Even if you say that and you don't give me any credit for it, okay, I'll nod my head and go, okay, that's better. I don't give a fuck about getting credit for that. But do it. But you won't. Just like the backward box technique that I showed you to validate, you won't. You won't listen to a thing I say. You'll watch this video, you'll get all triggered, because you can't understand any fucking understanding of criticism and why it happens. I'm just a jealous hater who has a smaller channel than you, who knows nothing about ITC. I don't understand these things. Yeah, don't I? Don't I, Josh? Oh, I'd love to have a knowledge test of you on this sort of stuff. But there you go. I can't do any more, guys. I'm fucking done with this. I don't even know if I can pull out a part 4, because they're just yabbering shit. It does my head in. This is part 3 for now. Whether a part 4 comes out, I don't know. But we'll see how we go. There you go. Thank you, Thirtless. Oh my god, Josh and Huff. You're so fake.
Mattel Electronics presents 317 Bomb.
Just one more thing before I go. Watching this interview, I couldn't put my finger on it for a long time, but I thought, this interview reminds me of something really heavily, and I couldn't work it out. Then it dawned on me. Reminds me of these 2 preachers I'm going to show you right now. A long tube of demons. Because these 2 preachers really think highly of the very people they extort money out of. Interesting.
First, before I read the scripture, Amos chapter 6. Brother Copeland, I was flying home from a meeting, and I had come out of a glorious meeting. I had just finished, me and Creflo Dollar were preaching. Had a glorious meeting. So I was, for lack of a better way to say it, I was spiritually high. I said, people were saved, touched, and blessed. Got in the plane that God so graciously gave us, and we're flying home. As I was going home, the Lord, real quickly, he said, Jesse, do you like your plane? Now, I thought that's an odd statement. I said, well, certainly, Lord. He said, do you really like it? And I thought, well, yes, Lord. Then he said this, so that's it? I didn't know how to handle it for me. I went, what? He said, you're going to let your faith stagnate? And when he said that, that shocked me. I went, whoa, wait. I literally unbuckled my seatbelt, my plane. I stood up. My pilots looked around and said, do you need something? I said, no, I'm talking to God right now. And he went back to flying. I said, Lord, I don't think I was letting my faith stagnate. He said, so this is all I could ever do. I said, you're trying to tell me something. He said, go to the book of Amos. So if you're at the book of Amos, I want to read the scripture.
May I interrupt you there for a second? Mm-hmm. You couldn't have done that on an airliner.
No, sir. No way.
Stand up and say, what'd you say, Lord?
No.
Okay, no, yeah. And the guy sitting over there saying, what the hell does he think he's doing? You can't do that.
You can't do that.
No. This is so important. And those of you that are just now coming into these things, in the first place, Jesse and I and others, Keith Moore and Creflo and all of us, the world is in such a shape, we can't get there without this.
That's right.
We've got to have this. We would have, the mess that the airlines are in today, I would have to stop. I'm being very conservative. At least 75 to 80, more like 90% of what we're doing, because you can't get there from here.
It's impossible.
So and this was such a good illustration. I just, the Lord impressed me. That's why we're on that airplane. We can talk to God.
Glory to God. It's true.
It's when I was flying for Oral Roberts, the Brother Deweese, my boss on the airplane, he said, now, Kenneth, this is sanctuary. It protects the anointing on Brother Roberts. And he said, you keep your mouth shut. Don't talk to him unless he talks. Because when he's on a meeting, he doesn't talk to anybody but God. Now, Oral used to fly airlines.
Right.
But even back there then, man, it got to the place where it was agitating his spirit,
Sure.
people coming up to him. He
Right.
had become famous, and they wanting him to pray for him and
Right.
all that. You can't manage that today.
Right.
This dope-filled world.
Right.
And get in a long tube with a bunch of demons.
Right. That's exactly the
And
truth.
it's deadly.
And it works on you hard. It really does.
So anyway, I wanted to make that clear so the devil can't lie to you and say, see there, them preachers spending all that money, just fat cats riding around. No, we're not. We're in business to do. Listen, I could scratch my flying itch with my little single engine open cockpit airplane.
Right.
I just come home and fly around in that and scratch my flying itch. That doesn't have nothing to do with that. But
Right.
we're in soul business here.
Right.
We got a dying world around us, Jesse. We got a dying nation around us.
That's right.
And we can't even get there on the air.
And you can't. Let me give you an example before I read the scripture. Some people say, why do you need an airplane? It started out about a couple of weeks ago. I was in Fort Worth. I preached on a Friday night and a Saturday. I was in Fort Worth preaching for Jerry Savelle. Sunday morning, I was in Boston, Massachusetts. Monday, I was in New Orleans. Tuesday, I was in Chicago. Wednesday, I was in Raleigh, North Carolina. Thursday, I was in New Orleans. Friday, I was in San Antonio, Texas. Saturday, I was in New Orleans. Sunday, I was in another city. I actually have a Delta captain that lives close to my house. I brought him that schedule. I said, can you fly this? He said, no, and I wouldn't. When do you sleep? We're about the
On the
farthest
airplane.
on the airplane's the
Come
only way I
on.
can grab it, see.
Yeah.
Now, when God is speaking this to me, he said, so this is all I could ever do. And I'm thinking, in myself, well, yeah, this is a phenomenal aircraft you're giving us. He said, then when he said, you're going to let your faith stagnate, now that caught my attention. When God tells you your faith stagnate, you better start listening.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, stagnating?
You can't stay here.
Yeah.
You got to do this or you're going to do this.
He said this, you're on cruise control. You're moving, but no longer by your power. See?
That's what the DVD is about.
That's what that DVD is about. He said, you're moving, but no longer by your power.
See it.
You see, you're just doing this. Now, watch this scripture. Now, I got to stop on the first word. Amos chapter 6.
I wonder if you see what I mean or not. Maybe you don't see it. Maybe it's just me that sees it, but I hope you see it. Anyway, that really is the end of part 3. Oh, fucking hell. I don't know if there's any point in doing a part 4, really, but there you go. We made it to the end. I think this deserves some sort of party, wouldn't you say? Or...
Well, that was a load of shit.
Oh, shit! This thing's recording. Okay, you caught me off guard. You've come to the end of the video now, so you really need to press that X button, because this is a shill part of the video, and yes, this is going to be the house style of the shilling at the end. So once you've seen this once, there's no need to see it again, unless you're some weird sort of sadist, masochist, I can't remember which way around it is, who likes torturing themselves, but so. Okay, if you like what the magnitudes do, and you like the teachings or information I push on, or my crappy music video, whatever it is you find appreciative of me, and you want to support the channel in any way or form, be it a small donation on PayPal, become a Patreon. Oh, is there any extra content on Patreon? No, there really isn't, because I don't want anyone to miss out, but whatever, okay? If that's something that interests you, or at least you just want to show your appreciation, and, maybe on the PayPal link you might want to send a personal note on that. I don't know. If that's something that you might want to do, and of course, your name will be in a special thanks section. Special thanks. It's not worth much, is it? But either way, if that's something you want to do, and you want to support, the link's in the description. Don't have to, nobody has to. It's up to you. It doesn't matter either way, but now you've seen this, you don't need to see this again. So every time this comes up on the end of the video, don't forget to click the X button. It's like this going past me getting really weird looks. Take care, fellas. Much love, and oh boy, just doing what every YouTuber does, trying to make a living or something. Take care, fellas.
Bloody hell, you made it to the end. Well, I don't know what you're expecting, some sort of reward or something. Extra content. Yeah, this is extra content right here. Me just, Hetty the Hoover with a male voice Well, 2019, like I just said before we started, so let's not go there, shall we? Well, everything's done. I've just noticed my voice sounds a bit like the bastard demon love child, but I don't know. Well, I better not keep you any longer. You've been here 3 hours. God, you're a hero making it this far. Or did you cheat and just go straight to the end to see if there's anything extra? Is that what you did? Good on you. Well done. That's what clever people do, you see. You can miss out all that junk in the middle from order of magnitude. Don't forget to hit the thumbs down and subscribe now. And I'll see you next time. Or will I? I mean, I'm bloody Hoover, Hetty the Hoover. I gotta do some sucking, much like this video. Suck. Sucks, it does. Goodbye.